When teams across the country need custom apparel that looks sharp, feels great, and shows off team pride, they call Hatch and Custom Community. From scholastic programs to collegiate athletics, and even local businesses wanting branded apparel that actually gets noticed, Michael and his team deliver quality, creativity, and service that goes full tilt. See what I did there? So if they're helping winning teams stand out, why not yours? For custom apparel with championship level results, go to customcommunity.com. This is the Full Tilt Podcast with Hatch.
Man, people ask me how I got to start a podcast. And I think this guy that I'm, this guy right here, I think he's the reason I started wrestling. So I guess that would really, that would kind of, I guess you're the originator of this podcast, Barry Davis.
Well, there you go.
Barry Davis, a legend, not only Hawkeye Wrestling, United States legend, is in the house. And I could not be more excited. And when I say that literally my wrestling career started because of this man, it was him and Lenny Zaleski and Jimmy Zaleski that literally used to grab me and my brother when we were about 4 and 5 years old and wrestle around with us at the
Well, your dad used to drive the bus to all the events.
I know.
You'd be on the bus with him, wrestling all the time, and we'd be warming up, turning you guys around a little bit, having a good time. We were like just a little tyke.
Oh, we were tiny. It was
That was 19, oh boy.
It would have been when you were
77, 78, right in there.
Yeah. Because I was 72. I was born in 72. Matt was born in 73. And so that would have been,
Yeah, your dad drove to all the events.
So
you guys are sitting in the stands watching the whole time.
He had seniority. So back in the time, so Barry and I went to Cedar Rapids Prairie High School in Iowa. And of course, Iowa is just crazy in general for when it comes to wrestling. Mm-hmm. And so I think he had seniority, or he somehow he finagled on getting all the wrestling trips, because wrestling was a big deal at Cedar Rapids Prairie.
It was huge, yeah. In fact, I was just talking to Mike Cassidy the other day, Kevin Brown.
Oh, wow.
So we were on a text with Coach James and Dale Crozier and Jimmy Zaleski and all those guys. So Jimmy and Mike were saying who's the best 145-pounder all time of out of Prairie.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy Zaleski was an animal.
Yeah.
He was an animal.
So, but Mike says Jimmy's honorable mention. Jimmy says Mike's honorable mention. Jimmy says Mike's just mention. I think you got to throw Phil Schulte in there too, I said. So,
yeah.
But anyway.
Those are some names for the task. Those are like all the names we grew up with. So, but Barry Davis, man, I am so fortunate not only just to have you on this podcast, but just fortunate to have you in my impact in my life. So I appreciate the time. And I don't know, this conversation you know what, if we talked, the only one I think that even can match me from how fast I talk is Barry Davis. So we could probably pack about 4 hours worth of information into a 2-hour time slot, I think, right now.
I do got to slow down. That's true. I've had recruits just say, Coach, on the phone, he said, you know what I mean? I just go, yeah. I go, what did he just say? I had no idea what you said.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot too. I just tell them, you know what, just don't speed this podcast up. Actually, you might want to just slow this one back, maybe to 0.75, and then you'll get all the knowledge. So, but we're talking about the Prairie Days. Obviously, that's where the whole started. That's where it all started. Iowa roots, Cedar Rapids Prairie. How'd you get started?
Actually, my brother Marty started in junior high, and then we went to the YMCA down in Ellis.
That's it, right there.
You know, listen to this though. We go down there on Saturdays, just one workout a week. That's it. My mom sold a patch on our singlet, the USA patch. We thought, oh, this is so cool. We had the white, canvas shoes back then. But we had 4 events. One was in Cedar Rapids, Clinton, Davenport, and somewhere else. So you had a little certificate that we weighed in, and they had 4 guys in a bracket. So if you won, you got a blue sticker. And one guy got a red sticker. And we went back, you had to find someone in your group or in that closer weight class with another red sticker or a blue sticker. So you had 2 blues versus the guy with the 2 blues, guys 2 red. So it was really simple back then. So now you got kids wrestling 70 matches in the summer where we had 4, 8, 12.
I know.
In a season. But the Y, we wrestled the Y for Chuck Swore and, what was the other guy's name? 2 great coaches, though. I can see his face. But those guys were so good with the kids. Just come in, so positive, just wrestle. And I think it was Herb. But those guys were great as kids growing up, though. Yeah. And they helped us out and do something. And we had a few kids tournaments growing up, not that many. One was a big one, was Independence, Iowa there. In fact, I talked to Blaze Campbell of Navy, and he said, that tournament's still going. I go, yeah, back then was a Mustang tournament. It was great because those brackets were the best because you had the wood around them.
I know.
Had the trophy.
I remember those.
The three, the blue, the red, and the white. Oh, they're just so cool. So, tell Blaze that was our best tournament of the year was Independence.
Wasn't it crazy? Like back, when the way youth wrestling was. I mean, it was so cool because, you got the bracket. And it wasn't you just get the bracket. Like now you can get the bracket, but it's mostly like a piece of paper that was printed off, off a printer. Back then, you literally had a separate support staff of the tournament that was back there writing the names in.
Yeah.
And then they would have to go out in the hallway and write the names in.
Exactly.
And,
How cool was that?
And you get this big cardboard, and then you said like the Independence one. I remember the Independence one. That's specifically why Matt and I used to go because we wanted the big wall chart with the frame.
And it was big with the frame and a big horse on there.
I know.
It was the coolest bracket there was.
I know.
Yeah, but then who do I got next? They haven't written it down yet. Who do I have next? I don't know. You would check the bracket, who you got next, by writing it down. And you go, and you get done. I could have that bracket off the wall. That's my bracket.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Now you're like, you got a piece of paper, like, what? This is ridiculous.
Or you just look at it on your phone and you don't even, if they don't got a printer handy, then you're done. You can't do it.
You're all on the wall, thing on the wall, when they're running things on there. It's like, they knew who you had next, It would go bracket by bracket. So, oh my gosh, my bracket's going up next. Who won, who lost, so.
Yeah. And then the really, the really high-end tournaments, they would have somebody writing it in calligraphy.
There you go.
Back in the day?
You're right.
Oh, man. That's when you know you arrived. That's when you got the calligraphy.
In fact, I still do stuff in cursive.
Yeah.
Yep. I write prayer stuff down in cursive. Oh. I wrote some boosters the other day in cursive. I like to handwrite stuff a lot.
Yeah.
I do that. I got like the other day I was like, what are all these things here? I go, don't throw this away. There's papers in. I go, they're tablets of paper. I write down practices.
Yeah.
I could go back and look at notes I was at Iowa, Bart Schulzvig or Mark Ryland or Zadig. I could write notes, Donnie Pritzloff or, Travis Rudd or, Cole Clausen. Matt Anuki. I can go back and look at this date is what we worked on. Or a practice. That's what these guys did, what these guys did, what these guys did. Or, this is our opponent coming up. Here's what they got to attack this guy this way. So, some coaches don't like that. That's the old-fashioned way. It probably might be, but in my head, though, I see it, I write it, I visualize it, so I ingrain in my mind what's going on. It's like one time in Wisconsin, I had like 110 guys that I memorized. Ask me what each guy does. Like the top, so many guys in this weight class do. And all right, who do you got? I go, this guy does this. He's saying this way, right leg lead, does this off bottom. He's like, what? I could tell them everything their guys did. Like, it's incredible.
Wow.
But I just, I think that's so important to visualize that way. Even as a little kid, like you say, growing up, first started wrestling at the YMCA in elementary school there at Prairie there. That camp, remember that little camp? That camp was right there?
I know.
And in fact, you know what? When I first went to school, I didn't go to Prairie. Remember they had schools in Ely and Swisher. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So half the kids would stay in, the first graders would stay in Prairie. Other ones would go to Ely. I went to Ely. And then the next year, second grade, some of the kids would stay at Prairie. Some had to go to Swisher. I rode the bus to Swisher and back. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But now it's all one school. It's one of the biggest schools in the state right now.
It's huge now.
Back then was like one of the smallest 3A schools there is.
Yeah. It's
all in one campus.
It's crazy how that place has grown.
Oh, yeah.
It's nuts.
But I remember, was it fourth grade? Like, what do you want to do in life? What's your goal? I put down. I watched Coach Gable win the 72 Olympic Games in Munich. Being an Iowa guy, and watching wrestling at the YMCA, Marty wrestling in junior high. This is pretty cool stuff. I go, that's what I want to do right there. I told them, they're like, oh yeah, you got big dreams, kid. But came close a couple times.
Yeah.
Wow. That's all started. It all started right there with the dream.
That was fourth grade, huh? Fourth grade when you really started.
Dream and a vision. But I still, I think visualization is really big. Be it in coaching, be it as an athlete, in life in general. I think that very important to see things happening and taking place, because you get there. I've been in matches before. There it is, boom, we just hit it. Because you've done it and you've seen it so many different times.
Yeah.
Remember Joe Thompson?
Yeah.
We went to Iowa. I mean, one time we had like 8 guys from my high school team on the Iowa team.
I know.
Can you imagine that?
I know. It's crazy.
We had Art, Arden, Joe Thompson, Kevin Brown, Mike Cassie, Lenny, Jimmy, Larry, and myself. And I think that's it. Those 8 guys were on the team.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was training, I'm getting way ahead of things now.
Oh, no, you're good. No, we're just, we just go.
But I just, I remember, Joe, they were all wrestling on the team down there. And then I think Joe I can't remember, he got beat out the team by somebody. I don't know, Riley, or whatever, somebody. Anyway, but every February, or almost start in January, February, even when Joe's off the team, I go, Joe, Barry Davis, I guess, what? Yep, it's time. What? Come on, let's go. He would come in the room and drill with me because he had a really good feel. And he just, hey, Joe, I need to work on this. He said, all right, go. Boom, boom, boom. I hit all kinds of moves on him all the time. He had a good feel, and I used him for my 3 national championships. It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
He even wrestled.
Really?
Like the last 3 he wasn't there for, I don't think.
Huh.
Or the last 2 for sure. But man, I used him. He just had a really good feel. And, being a Prairie boy all the time, and worked out together a lot.
Yeah.
All that stuff like that. But man, I just bring him in and drill on him because he had what I needed. And he'd just say, go. And he'd never drill on me, but he'd just let me hit all kinds of moves and stuff like that. And I'd talk to him at the same time. We'd talk about stuff. I'd do stuff. I'd talk about stuff. And there was just a reminder in my brain, what's coming up, how to handle it, how to hit it. But he'd call him, all right, let's go. He'd call me just, all right, I'll be right over. Boom, boom, boom. It was great.
No kidding.
Yeah, we're still friends today, but you can't beat that,
Yeah.
How good is that?
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Wow. So now you were talking about, like I said, we used to have like a little pipeline, I guess, from Prairie to Iowa. I mean, it was like you just said, eight guys that were on the team there. And you were talking about the 4th grade dream. The teacher, your teacher asked you what you want to do. When did you start? When did like your whole career like start to evolve? As soon as you started there in 4th grade. As soon as I hit 4th grade, I'm looking at Coach Gable and I want to win the Olympics. When did everything start to unfold? Was it between the middle school and high school years? Or
not really. I mean, I was pretty good. I was somewhat successful doing that. Pretty well. But I
just talked to Kenny Monday. He said that you guys wrestled when you were little.
Yeah, we did. You know what? He did put it on me, though. I'm going, this guy's like 6'3", and I'm like, 4'10". Who's this guy? He didn't make weight. But, we go way back. But he's a great guy. Very, very, very successful, too.
Oh, man.
On and off the mat. He one of the all-time greats. No doubt about it.
Yeah, no question.
But, no, I think, back then I did track, baseball, football. We did all those things back then.
Right.
And even at the YMCA, I played a bit of basketball at the YMCA, too. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
But I was, okay in grade school. Junior high was all right. I think my freshman year in high school, wrestled 105. And then when the season got done, I know guys like Ryan, Jim Lord from Lisbon would pick me up, and Randy Majors. We go pick me up because they live in Mount Vernon and they're too far away.
Right.
They'd come pick me up, and we go to tournaments. And we're kind of the same weight, and they just throw out at me like 22-5. And they didn't have any 10-point tech fall rule back then. Him and Randy, they put it on me. They bring me home, and my mom would go, well, how do you do? Well, he had kind of a rough day. Don't worry about it. He'll be here next week. Pick him up again. I'm like, oh, my gosh. I just got hammered. But that's the way she was, though, Yeah, come back next week. You'll be ready. And then my sophomore year, it started to change a little bit, I think.
Yeah, because you went from being a place winner your freshman year, then because you ended up winning 3 straight champs.
Yeah, back then we couldn't wrestle back then, so I thought I'd be in the finals that year, but I got beat by Victor Kincaid from Waterloo West, and we were supposed to have a dual meet that year, but got snowed out. I think we would have had the dual meet, and I got my hands on him. I think I had a chance to beat him probably, but But yeah, my sophomore year, things started to change. In fact, I got beat by Randy Majors that year in the tournament at Limbo tournament. Mm-hmm. He was this defending state champ, I think, from Mount Vernon. We were wrestling, and he actually snapped me back. I think cut me and pinned me, I think, in that match. It was close to that match, but it wasn't closer than a lot closer than it was in the summertime. Mm-hmm. Then later that summer, I ended up beating him in the tournaments. Freestyle tournament. I mean, I beat him like one time like 16-8.
Oh wow!
Like from 22-5 to 16-8, but it was a big change. I think it started to click for me. Mm-hmm. I think that put a lot of time in. Mm-hmm. I put a lot of time in, and I visualize a lot and try to see things. I'm very competitive with myself. You know, everything I do. I mean, there's things I do crazy stuff now. You know, working out wise, but yeah, I'm pretty driven to win. I think just the home life. You know. You know, Dad worked in the factory. Yeah. You know, Mom, she drove bus too, like that. Yeah. But you know, didn't have a whole lot. And I thought, you know, my dad still works, almost 90 years old, working in a tool and die place now. Yeah. Yeah, he gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning and goes to work at 4:30, but 8 hours in and go home.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's the work ethic. But I didn't have a whole lot, and I want to make my parents proud, so I think that I was driven that way because there's things we didn't have, other people have, but I thought, well, you know what? If I win a state championship, you know, something you can't buy. My dad could have that, you know. Talking about Kenny Monday. I mean, Elijah walks back in. Hey, Kenny, I took one of your bars, so you know. I'm just saying, I was not stealing. I just let you know.
Anything in it, you're welcome to.
Yeah, we had to get Kenny Monday in this interview a little bit. Okay. I mean, I've got that clip of you guys going over technique here, and we're gonna give that to the viewers too. That's good stuff.
That's good technique.
It's good stuff.
But no, I just there's things that like you couldn't buy. Mm-hmm. You can't buy a state championship. You just can't go to, hey, you know, for Christmas I'm going to go to Target and buy my kid. Well, they must have ran out because they don't have enough. So I mean, I think I was driven by that. I could please my parents that way. Uh-huh. You know, I think that made them proud that way, and then so that was the key for me, I think. Mm-hmm. So after that sophomore year, things just kind of took off for me, and the more successful every year, and. You know, being with Jimmy and Zaleski too the whole time helped in their room. We had a great room. Yeah. State champions our junior year and doing that. But I might have been the only state title they ever won. Yeah. I think Prairie has.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It is back in 78, 77, 70, somewhere in there.
You're right. We came close.
We took second for a second, I think.
Yeah, we came close my senior year. Yeah. We had a really good team my senior year. But yeah, you're right. What do you remember most about wrestling back in the old Prairie days?
Remember the old room back down in the dungeon? Remember that? Oh my! Jesus. You walk out of the locker. We walk down. It's cold. We almost walked outside. The wind would be blowing. The glass is right there. You had to walk out of the locker room, down and around the corner into the room, in the basement underneath, underneath the counter, whatever up there. And the walls would be sweating. Remember that? They'd be sweating in there, and it wasn't. It's like this. It's like. It round and it came back. Remember that? It got really wide. It got skinny and wide again. Yep. The walls would sweat like that. You walk back up and you'd see the steam come off your body. And a little peg. Remember that had a little pegboard up there?
No, it's a little one. Because the ceiling was only like 7.5 foot tall.
Yeah, it wasn't very big. Yeah,
that's actually funny because I always tell people this about like my transition. We'll talk about obviously your transition to Iowa and stuff like that. But I remember my transition from high school to college, Prairie to Iowa. And when I got to Iowa, everybody climbed ropes. That was part of the deal. You climbed ropes. Mm-hmm. I couldn't climb ropes. I've never climbed a rope before because our ceiling was only 7 foot tall. Yeah. We had a little pegboard, but it wasn't like it was, you know, I never like learned how to climb a rope, and plus my grip probably wasn't strong enough. I just didn't know the technique. So the first time I got to Iowa where I was climbing ropes, I couldn't even get like halfway up.
Really?
And of course, that's not real popular in the Iowa room.
No.
It's not real popular. So I remember I had to go in like late night, like at after 9 o'clock in practice, climbing ropes, so I didn't have to look like such a puss.
Yeah,
so finally I got good at
yeah.
it eventually, but you had to. But that was the thing back then. I'd attribute that to our little small dinky wrestling room because
Yeah.
we never had ropes.
Yeah, were you there? Did you just have the little universal machine we had?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
People go, like see the things they have now.
I know.
We had a universal machine. We had a bench press,
I know, yeah.
and a chair, stand up and do shoulder press, leg press,
Leg press.
and a dip thing,
I know.
and a little pulley. That's all we had.
I know.
You know, you need a lot to win. You don't need that much to win.
Yeah, I know. I remember when we started getting real technical. Like we were way far out when we got an Airdyne.
Oh wow, that's
when
big.
we had an Airdyne. Wow, that was like the new that was a new fitness craze. And then of course Mike Hassey, like you mentioned earlier, came back and from Edinburgh, where he won a national championship at Edinburgh, and was one of our assistant coaches. He's my assistant coach my freshman year, and started putting us through Airdyne workouts. And I was like, get this thing out of here. This is freaking horrible.
It was my favorite machine.
Airdyne?
Oh, I still ride that thing.
Oh God.
When I go back home, I go to Coach Gable's house because my mom's in a nursing home, so I go see Coach Gable. And come on down. So I call Coach, can I come and work out? So I'm there at 5. Once a couple times I've been there at 5:30 in the morning. I won't be up at 5:30 or I get there late at night. Where you just come on in and work out. I always call him though. Hop on his Airdyne and go.
Really?
I have an Airdyne. Airdyne's great. I love that thing. It's a machine. But,
I don't know. I just remember. I've had enough time. I don't do it anymore. I do yoga and lift weights.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing. I make in the car when I drive.
Yeah.
Crazy. I don't know why.
So back then, like the one thing I always talk about back in wrestling in high school in Iowa is just the rivalries and just like the importance of the sport in Iowa and the matches and the duels.
Oh yeah. But Jefferson was unbelievable.
Yes.
And Warsh and Kennedy.
I know.
All the metro area. That was huge back then.
Yeah. What was one of your most memorable high school duel meets?
When we beat Jeff at Jeff my freshman year.
Really?
I beat Gallagher. I think he was. Yeah. And like Coach James took us to Burger King and went back. We all got shakes. Remember that? And that whatever that was there. But no, it was great. We beat Jeff at Jeff.
Wow.
Then one year we brought in Waterloo West and Perry and beat him. You know, remember the old stage we had?
Oh yeah.
Like we had a mat, and then we go over this. The wall went up. There's a stage. The bleachers are right there. The fans are right on top of you. Remember that?
I know.
We had a fresh, soft team, junior varsity and varsity. They don't have that no more.
I know.
At all.
I know.
Everybody got to wrestle.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that looking back at those, because I remember those dual meets, and like you said, we used to have the fresh, soft JV, and then there's a pecking order to it, and everybody had their own dual meet.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Like before. And it was the way it was set up. It was so cool. And there's a lot of Iowa people that listen to this podcast, so they're probably going to be very familiar with what we're talking about. But they have two mats set up for like this. That's quote unquote the prelims. So let's say they would start at 4:30, and then fresh off would be on one mat, JV would be on the other mat.
Yeah.
They'd have two dual meets. With
at the same time.
At the same time, going at the same time, and then they take one of the mats out. They split them up. They have a little warm up mat in the back. Put one mat out there, and that's when the main event would come out, about 6:30 to 7 o'clock.
Place was, remember standing room only? That place would be packed, wouldn't it?
Crazy.
It'd be nuts. Remember the little window they had up at the top? Remember that though?
I know.
There's a little window for you people who don't know. The mat was down on the floor, but if you looked up, there was two windows that looked into the gym. Remember that?
Yes.
And people would stand up there trying to look through the windows. It was so packed. Like, unbelievable.
I know.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Because Ironside, when I did my podcast with Ironside, we were reliving a lot of these
no kid.
these Jefferson Prairie matches. And they were just wild. I mean,
huge.
especially like. I mean, I think that I don't know. I mean, you guys' rivalry was pretty big then too. But I know when it came in, I mean, it was really, really souped up and really tense. I know you guys used to come in and watch all the time when you were coaching at Iowa. Come out and watch the duels. And, and it was wild.
Well, for the longest time, Prairie never lost at a metro area.
I know.
Once Coach James and Coach Kimball came through,
Yeah.
we just started cleaning the house.
I know.
And we beat people bad for a long, and they didn't like it.
Yeah, I know.
But some great rivalry. And they'd pack the gyms. Then we had J.R. Ogden at the Gazette.
That's right.
And Mike, well, it started with Mike Chapman.
Yeah.
Mike Chapman was number one. Mike Chapman really put Iowa wrestling nationwide, especially in Iowa.
Yep.
'Cause he went to school with Gable and did that. But he had the Gazette.
Yep.
I mean, the articles would be huge.
Yep.
With the Iowa, I was thinking UNI, but high school matches would be unbelievable. They covered on, and then we had what's that news guy's name? John
Campbell.
John Campbell, remember that?
Yep.
He did wrestling. He was always at all the dual meets all the
He
time.
was.
He did that for years.
I know.
John Campbell was huge for wrestling.
Yeah.
And it just, Gable went in the 72. It just took off. And I was starting to dominate. And yeah, those were, I forgot about all that.
Yeah. I mean, those are the
I
good
mean,
old days.
it was just like it was like article, like half a page.
Yeah.
That Mike Chapman did it, then Art would do it, then he covered the NCAA tournament, Big Tens. But Mike Chapman and then JR took over. Both those guys were instrumental in what went on. It's kind of like One Magazine, or like Flow Today, or the magazine. But it was huge year round too, year round. Olympic trials, everything was going on was unbelievable.
Yep.
And John Campbell was very big in that too. He did he was one of the main sports guys.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Do you remember your biggest like high school rival individually? I know because you started to dominate last couple of years, but who was your biggest rival? Remember, it might have been a crosstown rival even.
I'm trying to think here. Well, remember we had 3 different classes. Though.
Yeah.
So it's hard. Man, we didn't get to see like the Harlan kid. Whenever our first state title, I didn't really see him wrestle. Because see, back then, we had remember Iowa Public TV. So really, people talk about flow and stuff now. Back then, I'd be at the Limar tournament, and I would say Beyond or Iowa. It was either Iowa State, Oklahoma State, those 4 schools: Iowa State, Oklahoma State. So we'd be wrestling. For our match, we'd go out in the cafeteria and watch the dual meet, come back in and wrestle, then go back and watch the dual meet. We had Iowa Public TV. That was big for. That took our wrestling off there too. And then yes, I didn't get to watch any matches back then. I mean, people go, how'd you prepare for high school matches back then? I go, well, say you go to the state tournament, I got to keep them harder. Kids I didn't see, I would find out who do I got next. So what I would do, I would find out real quick where this kid was at. I'd always watch the first movie he hits. I go, that's his go-to move.
Interesting.
People got videos all the time. I go, what do you kids do? They go, I don't know. I go, how do you know what your opponent does? Right leg lead, left leg lead. How do you get to an inside tie, outside tie, level change fit? What does he do? I don't know. How do you not know? How do you not know? Not that you got to know everything about them, but you got to know how did you attack them or put them in a situation. You're going to react a certain way, then that's how you attack them. So that's what I do back in the high school, even in college. Even back in the Iowa days, we didn't have it. We said Iowa Public TV.
Yeah.
I'd go to the NCAA tournament. You'd watch the guy from Slippery Rock or Boonsburg here. You didn't know, these kids that were, because Ron Good ranking from Win Magazine. And who are these kids? What do they do? And you read about them a little bit. Oh, what's this kid do? I'd stay there and watch. Again, it's detailed to me. I wanted to know certain things, and it just give you an edge. I think me give me a mental edge.
Yeah.
Get on top. Well, you work on the right side or left side, or do certain things. You try to tilt. All right, you just kind of keep an eye on things a little bit.
What do you think? I mean, because I think one way is if people would describe you as far as just a wrestler and just person in general would be passion. Would be my first word to come to mind would be passion. I mean, you've always been such a passionate person. You're super excited all the time. I mean, you're a super exciting competitor. I mean, so you competed with a lot of what I would call passion. When did you start getting that passion for wrestling?
I don't know.
From day one, or it took
my mom was very energetic. She's she grew up. She was depressed a lot, but man, she had passion though. Like Ed Rossi said, "Oh man, very good job, buddy, good job. You look good out there like that."
Yeah.
She go, and she wouldn't get like, hey, good job. She'd be like, hey, listen, good job out there, good,
Oh, yeah.
like that. She had that energy, that, and did that, Yeah, I mean, I thought my dad a lot, but my mom was, really like, I'd say I'm working on a new move, whatever. I did something. She goes, oh, okay. So what happened to that match? I go, what about that new movie you showed me, huh? I didn't see it. Listen to this. She came. My mom would come out to practice every now and then. I only live like 22 miles door to door, right?
Yeah.
Not very far. She would only come down every so often, like maybe twice a year, just to watch practice. So one day, she walked in, my senior year, and I'm like, walked in. She sat in the old room, right, in Carver there. Mm-hmm. She walked in, sat down on the floor on the carpet there, looked over and I went like this, and she went like that. Oh, yeah, okay. So Gabe was running the practice house, and he goes, "All right, ready to go." So we had different goals. All right, guys, take a break, get a new part or whatever, something going, or take a break, come back, get ready to go again, whatever. So I walked over. I think it was Rustin. I can't remember. I know it was Buffer, somebody, and it wasn't really good. But I thought, you know what? Hey, I'm a senior. This guy, my legs, try to work on different stuff and do different things. I can just hammer this guy. But I want to work on things and do stuff, and this and that a little bit. My mom didn't understand that. So I walk over and I go, "Hey, Mom." She goes, "Hey, don't hey, Mom, me." I go, "What?" She goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "Getting a drink." She goes, "Getting a drink?" She goes, "Here's the deal. You don't deserve a drink." She goes, "Here's the deal. You right now, you're showing me nothing. Here's the deal. You don't deserve a drink. You go out there and show me what you got. Otherwise, I'm out of here. Do you understand me?" I'm like, "Okay." I thought, dude, man, you're in trouble now, dude. I went out there and I lit him up like a pinball machine. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
The next go, I throttled this kid. I mean, I literally throttled him. He's like, "What's, like what?" I just up, down, boom, throw his back. I mean, it was like bad. But, am I going to please this kid or am I going to please my mom? I said, "Dude, you picked the wrong day." So I literally gave him time. I walked off the mat. She goes, "Now you deserve a drink." I got a drink.
Huh.
Yeah. Practice got done. She was like this. I go like this. She walked out. That's it.
That was it. That's all it took.
That's all it took.
Wow.
Yeah. But, yeah, she, I get that from the inner, my dad was competitive, but I get that really inner drive, I think, from her, that like, she got competitive too. She just, you just see in her eyes, she just like that, good job, boy.
Yeah.
Good job, like that's my son, just good job.
Yeah.
Awesome. She didn't say, "I love you," do that, but she just like, it's good, keep working hard. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I remember I would I live at Devonwood, down,
Yeah.
So I back then you can wear plastic sweats and stuff like that back.
Yeah.
I'd run at night. I'd run at night. So my dad worked sometimes at nights or doing different things, and I said, "Hey, get home. All right, go for a run." And I would put my stuff on, put my plastics on, then put my snowmobile suit over that. I would run, and he'd roll down the window of the car and play the radio as I'm running, all through Lincoln Way.
Really?
Yep. I go down Devonwood, go by Lynch's house, Chris Bell's house, take a right, go up to J Street, all the way down J Street. I went to the very end, and take a right, go up like 3 or 4 blocks, and then go back the same way, do that.
Wow.
Every time I remember by the Clark's house, I'd always wave. I just love the Clark family, but they always wave. Sometimes they see, sometimes they wouldn't. It didn't matter. I just wave them at them anyway. But yeah, we did that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It'd be
awesome.
snowing outside, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Just start running.
Yeah, put my stuff on and run down there and put my plastic sweats on and do that.
Yeah. What was a good before we transition into the Iowa days? What was a good memory back being on teammates with the Zaleski brothers back in high school?
Well, they lived in Shueyville.
Yeah.
So I remember one time. Listen to this. At junior high. I'm going to junior high. So remember that little pond back by junior high by the bus? Remember that?
Yeah.
Also, I'm driving back. I'm going like, "Who's that?" I go, "Oh, what's Jimmy doing?" I go, what's he doing back here? I go, "Jimmy, what are you doing?" He goes, trapping muskrat." They would trap muskrat back there and skin them and take them in and make money off of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do that. They love the outdoors, fishing and hunting.
Oh.
Those guys are unbelievable.
Oh man, the
Yeah.
Zaleskis are awesome.
Yeah, they'd be back there doing that. And you ever drove? So as a kid, by their house, they had 2 trees at their house. I drive by sometimes, like, man, there's a bare spot around these 2 trees. They had these 2 trees in their yard, pretty tall trees, but they're really wide. They'd run around those trees because they lived by the highway. They could run on the highway. There's no shoulder, nothing there. They run on those 2 trees. Some of that was a mile. That's how they train sometimes.
Wow.
They'd run around the street. It was totally a bare spot like that wide. They'd kept running around all the time. Out in the country to do that. How about that?
Yeah, those guys, they like I said again, huge impacts in my life. But again, you guys everything. It was kind of like I said, I guess a pipeline to the University of Iowa. So was there any other place you're going? It was. I mean, obviously there's other colleges that were interested at the time. But
yeah, well, I got letters from Iowa State.
Yeah.
I got a couple of stories for you, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I was at. The Zaleski boys went to Iowa anyway, so I'm a homebody. I couldn't go too far from home, and Iowa's pretty close. But 2 stories for you. So Oklahoma is wrestling Iowa in a dual meet. I had no idea the guy was showing up. Stan Abel showed up at the high school. So I'm in the office with Coach Kimball, and I are in the office. This guy's talking, whatever, and he leaves. Coach Kimball goes, "There's no way in. You going there?" I go, the guy was slick. He just like, ooh, unbelievable. That ain't happening. I said, I think you're right, Coach. I think you're right. And then at the end of our school, the last couple weeks of school, there's places we could pick. You could do different things like that, okay? So half a day you can go here, half a day you can go there. And let kids do different things, which was great. That's what I can't remember what they called it. Well, anyway, Coach James, they take us down to Iowa City. And we go down there and work out and do stuff like that in the school year. But then, so after the school year, I think it was my senior. Yeah, it was my senior year, going to my senior year. Yeah, after the season got done. Because back then you couldn't send a letter of intent until April. You know that? Mm-hmm. They had no early signing back then.
Yeah.
Now you can do it in September, right? Back then it was like April 15th back then. So NCAA's got done in March. Yeah, almost another month, 3 weeks before you could even sign a national letter of intent back then. So I go down to Iowa City and work out. So one time, working out, I'm like, man, where's my dad at? It's late. When you walk out of the old field house, you could kind of pull up right to the front doors there. As he pulls up, I look out and he's going, it's kind of weird. What's he doing? Doing this. Anyway, I was tired from working out. I walk around the car. So I walk around the car. Car opens up. The guy steps out and he goes, "Dr. Nichols, nice to meet you, Barry." I go, "Nice to meet you, sir." And so we get back to my house. We're talking wrestling, this and that, everything going on. Iowa State and history and all this stuff going on. And he leaves. I'm like, Dad's like, "Hey, Barry, here's the deal." Also, the next thing I walk out of the house. This guy walks up. Coach Nichols says, "Hey, what are you doing?" I go, "Well, yeah, Barry's not here right now. I'm going to go pick him up a little bit." He goes, "Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stick around. I'll go with you." He's like, "Well," I said, "Oh, I'll be all right." We did it for about 45 minutes. My dad, and then hopped in the car with my dad, drove to Iowa City and drove back. So he showed up just to show up, and when he showed up, my dad was coming to get me in Iowa City.
Really?
How crazy is that? Working with the Zaleski boys down there.
That's funny.
So that was a pretty good story.
Wow.
But yeah, I ended up choosing Iowa, which was
Yeah.
good. With Lenny and Jimmy and
Yeah.
close to home, and all the guys going down there, good tradition. Coach Gable and Jay Robinson, those guys was pretty cool.
Yeah. What was the transition like from being a high school all-star to now being in an Iowa room? Who is, because obviously when you enter, especially where Iowa was at that time, I mean, it was pretty competitive rooms there.
Yeah. I got some stories for there too. Well, really, some of the workouts that Coach Kimball and Coach James put us through at Prairie were unbelievable.
Yeah.
We get down that room was always hot.
Oh, it's crazy.
It was-
That's why everybody used to come practice with us at the end of the year.
Real
remember?
quick before we do the transition thing, remember in high school, you the same way in high school? In between the section or district tournament, high school tournament, we'd have everybody in our room.
I know.
Guys from Solon, Prairie, Livermore, Kennedy,
Lisbon.
They'd all come to our room and work out. And they're all different divisions, class 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
We'd have like 25, 30 state tips in our room working out at one time.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But now you can't do that no more.
I know.
That was great, wasn't it?
Well, and plus, I mean, they'd all like to come to our room because it was so hot.
Yeah.
They would like normally in their wrestling room they lose like 3 pounds in a practice. They come to ours and they lose 7.
Oh my gosh, it was so hot.
Yeah, it was like Christmas for them that week.
Yeah. But yeah, imagine that. One year I think Lisbon won it, Malvern, we all won it all three teams would say, "No, we're right in that same
Yeah.
area." But yeah, we'd pack that room. Remember that?
Yeah.
It'd
Oh,
be
man.
packed.
It would.
It'd be hot in there.
And there would be no it was just basically warming up, and then we'd wrestle 4 or 5 matches.
Yeah.
And we have one half sitting out, another half.
Exactly.
That's it. All we do is wrestle matches.
And then when you sit down, you're so hot, you just keep on
it's
sweating.
just sweating.
You never stop sweating.
Yeah.
Once you warmed up, the
So
sweat never stopped for like an hour and a half.
I know. It was so hot in that room.
It was crazy.
It was so
Yeah.
hot there.
Yeah.
It was fun. Then we finish up. I don't know how we did it. We'd be doing sprints around the room.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Slip and slide and do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But Coach James, I remember. I mean, he was obviously a legendary coach at Prairie. Obviously, Coach Kimball was my coach, and he's just a legendary person in general.
Oh yeah,
He's
both of
he
them.
is-
Yeah.
I mean, he's had such a huge impact to my life. But so they helped you transition, going to Iowa.
Yeah,
work
yeah,
ethic
it did.
stuff.
And then some things we did, and I worked out pretty hard, pretty driven to, pretty driven to, to win and try to be successful and do that. But I knew before I went there, remember they had Fargo. It's called Fargo, but they had it in Iowa City back.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
And then I remember before I went down there that summer, I was a kid by the name of Kevin Darkus.
Oh.
What?
You guys had a couple matches.
Yeah, he beat me I think 14-2 and 12-2, but put it on me pretty good at junior nationals.
Junior nationals.
People are like, "Oh, he'll never beat that guy. He never beat that guy."
Really?
Yeah, people talking like, Barry's pretty good, but who's this kid from PA? And
That's right, because he's a Pennsylvania guy,
yeah,
Kevin
he
Darkus.
put it on me, and I heard it before from the teacher and other people say, because my other two brothers, Brian and Marty, both didn't finish high school wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Marty quit his senior year, I think, junior year, and Brian quit his sophomore year, and both have been state champions. Very good. Brian's probably the best athlete in the family. My older brother Brian by far. Oh yeah.
Really?
I couldn't be into. He quit wrestling his sophomore year in high school. I couldn't be into my sophomore year in college.
Wow.
He was talented, man. Quick as a cat, strong,
Huh.
good feel. Yeah, he was. I think he's probably the best athlete in the family.
Wow.
He had a great feel, but he was just built like me. But he was just tough, boy.
Wow.
But it's just one of those type of things, But so I heard people, very big as his brother. He'll never make it through high school. He'll quit this and that, and then you don't never make it in college, And this guy put it on him, whatever, blah blah blah. But when I first went there, I wrestled a lot. I mean, I wrestled like Tim Riley and
Yeah, who's
Danny
who was the varsity guys coming in when you came there?
Then Danny Glenn was just graduated the year before.
Okay.
He took third twice, second, and took second that year, but he was still there, going to dental school and doing stuff. Boy, he used to put it on me a lot, 'cause I wasn't very good on the mat. And Tim Riley just, one day, he took me down like 22 times in a row.
Oh, really?
20 times with my feet to the back. That was pretty funny, but we'll talk later on. But a couple years later on, it wasn't too funny. When I went 2016, he had to go 18. So I never forgot about those things. But no, it was a tough room.
Yeah.
Tough room. But I think my biggest thing, back then we had 2-3-3 instead of 3-2-2. Remember that? Or
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
So the first period was 2 minutes. The second period was 3 and 3. And if they start down one period.
That's right.
Yeah, and then dual meets, college dual meets back then, you could tie. They had ties.
Yep.
And then, so let's say dual meets were odd, you were even, so the odd guys had to go down first.
That's
right. And then even matches, the other guy that didn't take bottom first.
That's right.
But you had to go down no matter what. You could not choose both up or defer.
Yeah.
that was hard on me doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the biggest transition you think from.
Yeah, biggest transition was the mat wrestling. Yeah, good on my feet. I mean, I'd just wear guys out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be winning I'd win matches like 13-12, 16-14, 18-16. I'd fall behind with guys. There's a little more experience than I was, and they turned me a couple of different times, and I'd let them up, take down, and just use my condition to wear these guys out, come back in 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 that way. I remember my freshman year, we were wrestling Lehigh. So I didn't have a loss. Wrestled the Minnesota quad first. I was 3-0. think we wrestled somebody else, and I wrestled Ohio State. Kid was ranked in the beating this kid. Then we had Cleveland State, and this kid was like Kenny Monday. He was like, I bet this kid was like 5'8". This guy's tall. Just a freshman, And I thought, wow, okay. So this is inexperienced coming. I get behind in the match. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm behind. So actually, one time I hit the guy at the farmer's carry like this here. The guy walked right over top of me. He's so tall. I just went, whoop.
Oh, really?
What the heck? So I get behind and I try to throw the kid, he's being long, and whoop, throw myself on my back. I get beat like, 22 or 29 to whatever. It's like crazy score. They didn't have Tech Falls back then.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't call home that night because I'm not going to call home this night because, I'm here from the old man, So, but the next day, we had Ohio State, Cleveland State, Lehigh, and then I think Clarion. The next day, we drove from Cleveland State to Lehigh. Mm-hmm. I had Bobby Weaver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, second in the world in 79.
Yeah.
Big team, good, very good Lehigh. So Gabe was master motivator. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. So we walk in the room. I'm walking with Gable, and Bobby comes up. Hey, Coach, how you doing? Because he coached on an Olympic team, a couple of teams. Hey, Bobby, what's going on? Good to see you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hold on a second here. This guy's on your team. He's like, not your 18-pounder. I'm your 18-pounder. Yeah, Bobby, you're looking great, man. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, yeah, Barry, go ahead and go work out and get right down. I'm like, I go, you know what? I'll tell you what. You know what? I said, you know what? You can suck all you want. I'm thinking, you know what, Bobby? Here's the deal, buddy. I know who you are. I know what you've done. I'm in your house. You probably looking at last night. Got hammered last night. But you know what, though, dude? May not win, but you know what, though? You better ready because I'm going to freaking bring it, buddy. I am going to bring it. Man, it was like, just fuming, I won 13-11.
Oh, really?
On his home turf. I walked off the mat and I go, hey, Coach, what do you think of Bobby Weaver now? I just kept on walking. Sam, not bad, pretty good. Good job, Barry. That's it. He just did it for that reason that pissed me off. I tell you what, I was spewing. And I said, hey, what do you think of Bobby Weaver now? Like, yeah, buddy. But no, that was kind of a turning point for me in my freshman year there, Uh-huh. But I think it was ranked. In fact, our freshman year too, we had Oklahoma State and Iowa City. Willingham was ranked number 1 at 18.
Who was?
Randy Willingham.
Oh, okay.
And Ricky Stewart was ranked number 1 at 58.
Yeah.
And Jimmy and I both won that night.
Oh.
And Jimmy hit Stewart on a lateral, like Kenny Money lateral drop at the very end. It was great because Jimmy's getting beat. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, why is he relaxing for? Got the over-under tie. I was like, what's he relaxing? And I was like, he relaxed. And Stewart relaxed. And like, boom.
Yeah.
He ended that lateral drop and beat him at the buzzer. Yep. On his birthday.
I remember that.
On his birthday. That was the crazy. It went crazy. I go, no wonder why Jay-Z did that. How smart is that? That's thinking,
Yeah, and that I remember that crowd went wild.
Oh, it's nuts! And remember the old field house too.
Oh.
They brought that curtain on the backside. Mm-hmm. He had both sides. They brought in bleachers there.
Yep.
It was like loud in that field house, wasn't it? It was nuts.
Yeah, that old field house was loud.
That was rocking. And Carver's great, but you can't beat the field house, can you?
Oh, I love those small gyms. I love the intimacy of small.
Yeah.
Wrestling venues. I mean, of course, the big ones are cool because they pack more people, obviously, in it. But there's nothing that beats like a small, intimate venue.
Back then, you know why we're in good shape back then? We had to walk in the field house, walk down 2 levels, get our gear, walk up 2 levels, walk down the hallway, down another level, get our gear, walk back a level, go down 2 levels, and go up 1, 2, 3, 4 levels, 5, up to the room. Mm-hmm. Just to get to the room. You're sweating already.
Yeah.
Then we had to walk down from the room all the way back down again. We're at the bottom. We went to the very top.
Yeah.
The field house back then.
Yeah, that's crazy. So in your freshman year, did you redshirt your freshman year?
No, it took 7th.
Yeah.
I was mad.
Did you have a redshirt year at Iowa? You
my
didn't.
Third year.
Third year. Okay.
But my freshman year, I was seated 3rd. I thought for sure I'd be in the finals. I wouldn't have beat Mills. Mills is too good on top. Mm-hmm. Mills is just one of the greatest spinners of all time. I call him the chiropractor.
chiropractor.
You can readjust your neck and back all at one time and put it back up, put it back in again. You don't even know it. I call him the chiropractor. But great guy, great personality, love the guy.
The chiropractor.
Mean Gene. He could be mean, but he could be nice though too. But I got caught. Took hard to beat down, let him go, took him out again. He hit me in the elevator. The ref called me pin with 2 seconds to go in the first period. I go, are you freaking kidding me? And then in the rest of it, I got beat by Willingham. So Willingham took third, I took seventh, but I thought I'd be in the finals that year for sure.
Yeah.
So I still think about that. It upsets me. I should have been in the 4-time final. But I mean, at that time, I was going to beat Mills. Mills was too good.
Yeah.
He's just too good on the top. He was one of the all-time greats. So, but he was. He'd be beating guys 42-2. Get on top of them.
Yeah.
We also at Syracuse my freshman
Did you?
year. Yeah, and Mark Teason's not going to like this, but that's where it goes. But we're at Syracuse. I also Dale Mills, Gene's brother, because Gene went 26 most of the year and he cut down to 18 at the very end. And I went against Dale, and then Martizine was our 26-pounder. So I'm sitting there watching the dual meet. All of a sudden they go out there, and then we're not on the edge. Mark takes down Mills, like, oh my gosh. Mark goes like this. And this is the game. I got him. I got him. I think it was like something to 2. It was probably high 20s to 2 or high 30s to 2. He's like, I got him, coach, but this didn't work out there. That's how good Mill was. I think he put 30 on after that.
Was Lubu on your team then?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Lubu told the story because when he gave the thumbs up,
did he? No way.
He walked off, and Lubu looked at him and he gave him a thumb.
That's right. He did. Yeah. And you know what? Too, on that another dual meet. Talk about Lehigh. We talked about earlier. That dual meet earlier was that in that dual meet with Lewis is hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
In that dual meet with Lehigh, they tied 2 matches. Lewis tied Burley.
Uh-huh.
And then Eddie Bennett tied Kilrain.
Oh.
And I think Kilrain was number 1. What year was that? 81. Yeah, Burley was a defending national champion.
Yeah.
And Lewis, they tied. Or was Lewis Lewis was a defending champ, I think. Yeah, defending champ. But anyway, they tied. And then Kilrain and Bannock tied. Both 1 and 2, 1 and 2. But that was a small that was a small gym too at Lehigh.
Yeah.
Oh, they were packed on top of you, buddy.
Wow. So 1-2 matchups and they both tied.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. How like back in the day you could tie. Mm-hmm. Wow. So you're from your freshman to your sophomore year. What do you think the biggest? Because then you went in your three national championship run. What was the biggest from going from 7th to 1?
Okay, here's what happened. This is the biggest change for me, and it's so clear. The junior world team that year. I don't know if I beat Darkers that year or not. The junior world took second in the junior world that year. Mm-hmm. Good training camp in Nebraska. Mm-hmm. That's when I first met Bill Wick. Gabe was Olympic coach. Bill Wick. I'm like, one day I wake up. I'm looking out the window. I'm like, what's this guy doing out there? He's out there smoking a cigar. And he's putting power rocks everywhere. I'm like, who's this guy? What's going on? He's putting rocks here, rocks there. I'm like, he's smoking a cigar. I'm like, get down there. He introduced himself as Bill Wick. So instead of our junior world coach running the workouts, they had the was a World University team there, or not, an older team there training too at the same time. And he's running it. He's this old grinding guy, We're running from rock pile to rock pile. Oh my gosh. It was like, who's this guy? That's Bill Wick. Gable's the old Olympic coach back from, the Williams boys.
Oh.
From Hershey, from Chicago.
Yeah.
And he put it on us, man. I found out who that guy was really quick.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, we had under junior world that year. I took second that year. Actually, the Arson fought Saev.
Really?
We got Monday beat, yeah.
You wrestled him in the junior world finals?
Yeah. He's the same thing, tall and skinny.
Wow.
Yeah. Tall and skinny.
No kidding.
I got beat by the junior world finals by Arson fought Saev, and the world finals by Sergei Belzaglasov.
Oh, no kidding.
2 greatest wrestlers of all time I got beat by.
Yeah.
And the world finals in '87, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But my sophomore year.
So what was like wrestling? So for Zayev back then, when you were so young.
81.
I mean,
It was
yeah, in
81.
81. What was that like? I mean, was he already like? I mean, pretty established.
I don't know.
Nobody knew.
Really, no one knew him that because
Right.
he was junior worlds.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking like 18 years old. But I'm sure over there he was pretty good
Mm-hmm.
doing that. But you don't have the news like you have now, though, Mike. Saying, you know, world travels fast. The world travels. You know, you got flow, you got this, you got that, you got all kinds of stuff going on. So yeah, and he won it 2 years later, and we both made the '83 team. On the '83 team with U.S., he's on the '83 team with Russia. He dominated that year.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy ahead of him was a 2-time world champion, 81, 82. Can't remember the guy's name. That's who you actually beat in the dual meet in Iowa and Des Moines that year. Karcher was the guy's name that won in 81, 82, and then Fosse won in 83, then 85, you know, down the road. But yeah, that summer, we'd work Jay's camps all summer.
Yeah.
And we were out in Oregon training, and I was working on technique all summer. Just couldn't, just wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just wasn't feeling the change. Why am I not getting better? I'm even with I should be creating some separation for some of these guys I'm working out with. I'm going, can't believe what's going on here, you know? And I was like getting kind of frustrated. I just worked like a dog and just drilling, trying to feel and figure it out. So one day I went to practice. I think it was Randy Samuelson and another kid from where we were working out at that college. We're going three-way because Jay made you wrestle a lot. We're doing three-way and just even like why am I going? I just can't figure this out with these guys. I'd be better than this with these guys. The next day, 24 hours later, went back again, working out. I just, boom, dominated. He just clicked overnight.
Really?
It was the craziest thing ever. Yeah, it just like, you know, I don't know if I was forcing things too much, you know, or just trying to do too much, but everything clicked, and I just started just dominating. And then my sophomore year, that's when that year I took off and went kind of goofy, you know.
Yeah.
But so I was cut from 46 to 18. So the first term we wrestled in was in where did we go? I think we went out to Nebraska at the Great Plains Open. It's freestyle tournament. Wrestled there, and then we wrestled the Northern Open, and I'll never forget this in Madison. I cut from 46 to 18. It was tough. It was a big cut, you know, and I cut a lot of weight that year. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to make it this week. You could weigh in at home, too, in Iowa City. That's where the tournament was. You could because back then we could weigh in the night before, day before, you know. It was the rules are different back then. We had a 5-hour weigh-in, actually. 5-hour weigh-in. We weighed 21, then January we weighed 20, February we weighed 19, and since we weighed 18, 19, and we went backwards. So I said, hey, I drove home. I go, Mom, make me some breakfast. She goes, what? I go, I'm not going to make 18 this week. I go, I'm going to go, I wanted the 26. She says, are you kidding me? Your dad said, I don't care what Dad says. I'll make me breakfast. I went to the 26. So we drove to that tournament. I could beat my teammate, Tim Riley, in the finals like 9-3, 7-3. We just started at 26. I started at 18. And yeah, I did that same year. My sophomore year, I won the NCAAs, won the Pan Ams. I beat 2 Olympians that year.
Wow.
World bronze.
Who are the 2 Olympians?
Corso, Azevedo.
Okay.
And Corso was a world place winner. I beat Corso 3 times that year because I made the. I'll tell you a story about that too. I won the Pan Ams that year too. And I beat the Russian that took second to world that year too in Des Moines. In Des Moines.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
So that was a pretty stellar year for you.
It was a great year. And then I remember wrestling for the had to wrestle and actually I beat Corso and Azevedo back to back at U.S. Nationals. Olympian back to back. I was beating Mills in the finals. And he trapped on me and just boop, 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 match is over. You know, Gene's dangerous though, you know, he's really dangerous though, you know, but, you know, I got in, he just, whoop, cut the corner and did a few things. But that was it. I could have beat 3 Olympians in a row.
Wow.
But yeah, he just caught me. Give the guy credit. The guy was good.
Yeah. He's real good. Yeah.
But then I had tried for the Pan. I tried for the Pan Am team that I had wrestle off course in Colorado. I told my dad, I said, "This is near. I guarantee I win the first match. I'm on the team." What do you mean? I go. Dad goes, "You have to win 2 out of 3." I said, "No, I need to win 2 out of 3." But you know what though? You can't keep my pace. I win the first one. He says he's hurt or something's going to happen. You can't keep that pace. He doesn't want to go to that pace for 3 matches in a row. Mm-hmm. He cannot do it. I won the first one, 4-3. Then we had the rest of the morning. Then another one at like 11, like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, then at 3 o'clock. We wrestled. We were at the training center. We had to walk over to the school with a blind. So far, we weren't on site. We had to walk over there at like 4 or 5 blocks just to get there. You know. Mm-hmm. So, and way over, they go, "Oh, Barry, you're on the team." I go, "No, I'm not." And the match, I go, No. Of course, he's hurt. He ain't gonna make it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew you couldn't go that pace.
Wow.
So the team.
Made a team.
Yeah, pretty high. I had a pretty high pace. You know?
Yeah. Oh no, crazy good pace.
Yeah, just I looked at things this way. This is where most athletes people make mistakes in life, whatever it may, in general, be it they become poor, then rich, whatever it is. When you first start out, I'm always the best technician. Mm-hmm. But I grind you and make you work for everything, just grind, work for every takedown, nothing easy, and make you work. Then as I got better, became a better technician, I never lost the inner drive, the work ethic. I think what people do is become better. They work hard. Their work ethic's like this. Then they become a better technician. They go, I need to work as hard because I'm a better technician now. I can get by with certain things. But my philosophy was this, that when I keep that same drive and then as you become a better technician, that's where you create separation. Mm-hmm. I think that was my motive. I think that even I still have a lot of drive today and certain things. I do daily to keep myself grounded and my mind a certain way. But people do that. They forget the work ethic. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can't forget that. You got to keep yourself honest. Yeah. And that, I think, where people create separation. I think that's what happened. Basically, in my sophomore year in college, I just so much work ethic, so much drive in there. I never stopped. Mm-hmm. I kept both. And that's a key.
Yeah, wow, and then it's taking it all the way back to that one camp where you had that little whatever J-Rob three-way group.
Yeah, three-way group. Yeah, back then. It's one of the things really changed. But I worked hard in high school too. Yeah. I made a big jump my freshman and sophomore year in high school too. Mm-hmm. Like Majors, Lord beat me that year, and then that next summer I beat Randy Majors. Mm-hmm. Get me 22-5, win it 16-8. Mm-hmm. But it's the. I don't know. I just think, growing up the way I grew up and not having a whole lot, mm-hmm. and, things money can't buy. Yeah. That's titles.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Like I said, because your last 3 years at Iowa were pretty dominant. you
pretty dominant.
Pretty much, kind of, started rolling up. Randy Lewis told me that he thinks that your guys' team then is the best team that I was ever assembled. Just because you can look at your lineup and look at the accolades you guys had collegiately and internationally.
Unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. The lineups that you guys had. What do you think the best Iowa lineup that you're part of was? 83
was a really good team too. They changed the scoring. I don't know if they do the same as scoring again. Mm-hmm. 83 team might be the best team. I think. I don't know because scoring has changed the way they do things now. Mm-hmm. But 83 team was a good team. We had 9 Big Ten champions that year. Wow. Had 9 guys in the finals, 9 champs. Wow. And the Gazette said, "What's wrong with this pitcher?" And like a Minnesota guy in there, Yeah. But I think from 81 to 87, I think Gable averaged 8 guys in the finals, 7.5 champs, like that. If you took his 21 years of wrestling, Big Ten titles, and you took half his points away, he still beats every team. He had 106. Let me see if this is right. I think he had 106 combined champions total. The rest of the Big Ten had 105 total. He had 106 by himself.
Yeah.
The rest combined had 105. That's pretty dominant.
Yeah.
And he just, you had 15 first, 4 second, a third, and a sixth. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but you know what? The guy, he loved his athletes. Like, people say, people would say, he's not a great technician,
Who's that?
Askren talks about Gable all the time. Well, he's not a good technician. Dude, the guy won 15 national championships and 21 straight titles. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's not a good technician. Smart. Very smart. Mm-hmm. He's very tactical.
Yes.
Okay, so technician, tactics, motivation. The best athlete doesn't always win. Mm-hmm. Best technician doesn't always win. Mm-hmm. Are you ready mentally and physically? You can be the better technician, better athlete. And Russell, you don't always win because of that. And Gabe he'd say things, Barry, what Kevin's doing. What? You ride the bike and, what are you talking about? And he just throw little things at you, Uh-huh. I remember when Ironside probably told you tonight when he beat Kerry in the All-Star match. Mm-hmm. So he's going through the line, doing certain things, whatever, and congratulating guys on certain things. He goes, "Hey, Ironside, nice win." He went to the next guy. He's like, "Are you kidding me? All I get is nice win. What the freak is this about?" So it made him mad because he talked about everybody else.
Yeah.
But look what I did. All I get is nice win. So he had a way of making you think about your opponents. Mm-hmm. Okay. What are they doing? What are you doing? It made you reevaluate yourself, the way you thought. And he cared deeply for you, though. Mm-hmm. He did. He didn't want to walk off the mat, and disappoint him,
Yeah.
So I remember in 80, boy, what was Eddie's last year? Was it 83? I think 83. Went 90, and man beat him Northern Open, Midlands, I think, dual. This is Eddie's senior year. Mm-hmm. But one time, that year, I remember I telling the stories like in the locker room one day. I'm like, what? Gabe would pick up like Jimmy did it on his own. And Riley and Eddie. One day Riley walks in, he goes, "Yeah, you believe that?" Awesome. He's in a dead sleep like this right here to here. Like, I look, yes, he was like, "Come on, let's go. He pick up Riley and Eddie up at 4 o'clock, 4:30, bring him in, put him through a little bit of workout. They go lay down for an hour and a half, come in at 7 o'clock workout. You take him back home, feed him, and do stuff with him, and then at 3 o'clock workout. Wow. But he wouldn't do it every day because he wore the body down, but he did certain things. But what he did is this. He just mentally made them stronger, etc. So the same thing with Man. Every time Eddie wrestled Man, it sort of got a little bit closer and closer. And Man was a better technician by far. But Eddie just grinded him out. Mm-hmm. And the pace was so high. That's one thing about it. Our pace was so high in Iowa. The pace was so high that you just could find a way to win. You get guys like, I can't go to the well that much. I can't go to war that many times. Yeah. See, I'd take guys to war every day because I can keep going back again and back again and back again. Some people just can't do that, and that's where we can beat people. Mm-hmm. Mentally, the mental part, and the other part. People say, "Oh, good hand fight." I get things guys now. The hand fight, good. I can hand fight at 64 years old like crazy, but it's hand fight to a level change, hand fight to a fake shot, to a snap, to go again. Not just hand fight. It's hand fighting. We'd hand fight to a shot, hand fight to a fake, hand fight to this, hand fight to that. Get off balance and moving and doing that. I mean, that's what Messerbeck does really good too. Mm-hmm. He's level changes all the time. So that's what we did. But it's a hand fight. You just don't hand fight. That's just like my mom could hand fight.
Yeah.
And she slap the crap out of us. I'm saying, but I'm just, people forget that. So, but he made you think about, put this guy here. He does this, you do this. You plan ahead, like you do like, I always say, you got to stay 2 steps ahead. Like with Darkus and McFarland, my 2 biggest competitors in college.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep. 'Cause I was going to ask you. I mean,
Yeah. Am I going on script here or not? We good?
what's that? Oh no, you're
Yeah.
keep going.
Well, like with Darkus, it's like, okay, I had to finish the singles on him. Or if I finish, I think you got to think is if I'm a step ahead, he gains a step, I'm even. If I'm 2 steps ahead, he gains a step, I'm still winning. Okay. So for example, is this, all right? If I could take Kevin Darkus down this way, as I did this, how could he counter this move? He countered A or B. Mm-hmm. He does A, I do this. He does B, I do this. So if I don't finish the move, I go this, counters that, I go here. Because so there was Kevin in the match. All right, I did this. So you know what he's going to do now? Oh, I'll go back and do Barry finished this way this time. Now do this as a counter. Mm-hmm. Okay, I go, all right. I finished here. I go, all right, now, how can he counter this counter? Well, he can do this. He does that, and I do this. Mm-hmm. So I'm still ahead of him. Does it make sense? Mm-hmm. I think that's you got to think that way as an athlete, and that's why the best athlete doesn't always win. You got to understand space. If it's a fake to the body or level change, if it's too far away, I can't get to you. I got to fake, get your hands down, get you moving, then close the gap, then penetrate. If I'm just close, I can just boop. I can hand fight to a shot. Too far away, I got to hand fight to a fake, to a snap, to a go. Mm-hmm. So you have to get guys to understand. Like the wrestle like this. You wrestle like this, okay? You don't wrestle. Oh, I got a takedown. Good, but you got to be into the next move. Mm-hmm. On the way down, on the way out, on the way down to my right, on the way. So I think that comes with drilling the combinations and doing things like that right there, and teaching guys not to panic. Mm-hmm. I mean, I remember actually Donnie Presloff, the coach at Columbia, he's doing a great job.
Yeah, no, he's doing fantastic.
Yeah, they won the conference this year, so it's great for him. But smart, good athlete. I thought he'd win 3 titles, but just his sophomore year was strong, but just not. The kid, I think it was Penn State would beat him, but just not quite there. But I think it was his junior year. It was also the kid from Arizona State. He was really good on the mat, and I knew that. I can't remember the kid's name. Well, anyway, Donnie was down. He was down by a point. Something happened. I said, whoa, Donnie, slow down. Here's the thing. Slow down. You're down by 1. Get about, I think, maybe 10, maybe 12 seconds left to go. Here's what you got to do. Okay? Go 1, 2, 3, finish at the buzzer, you win. Okay? Just calm down, slow your breathing down. And he did it. Because I think we did it in practice. Plus, he did that too. He was really smart. Really smart. Then I remember, another thing too. That's funny. After his sophomore year, I think he got 3rd that year. I can't remember what year he got. I think Clint Musk was the guy that beat. I can't remember if it was Clint Musk who would beat him. But anyway, and I go, hey, Donnie, want to be national champion this year? And I knew he did. He goes, I tell you what, if I said to you, every day, do 100 push-ups every day till the following year when the national championship, would you do it? He goes, yeah, do it. So, okay, then do it. Because what that's doing is every day you're thinking about winning. You're setting your mind to, why am I doing this? Because I want to win. I didn't say do it for 20 days and miss a day, but every day. Mm-hmm. Whatever else you do, just add that to it. That's 30-some thousand push-ups,
Yeah.
Okay. So it's funny. I said it to him. And then, I don't know, what was it? In January, working out, he goes, hey, Coach, I go, yeah, what? He goes, I still do my push-ups. I go, what? He goes, I still do my push-ups. every day. I go, oh, good.
Wow.
He did even the day of the NCAA finals that year and won. And then the following, I didn't say nothing again. And the following year, like February, he goes, Coach, what? I go, I'm still doing my push-ups. The dude was dedicated.
Wow.
That's why he's doing good. He'll do good.
Oh, no doubt.
But he's consistent.
Yeah.
You know, his mindset's really, really good.
Now, was that you think you attributed a lot of that to your success at Iowa? I mean, you start maybe you got the 1-2 things about you, and you started the consistency started.
I was pretty consistent as a kid, or at a young age, consistent. I just had a drive to win, I guess.
Yeah.
Again, we didn't have a whole lot.
Right.
Remember my dad sometimes come home at night and he'd be talking in the kitchen, whatever, and I'm like, what's he doing? He's like, he'd be like taking bread apart, put it in a Tupperware glass, he'd pour milk in there, and then he would eat it with a spoon. I'm like, man, what's he doing that for? And they're asking for the longest time. My brother goes, hey, Dad, what do you do that for? He says, well, kid growing up, we didn't have a whole lot. Had no food. We just put bread in there, and my mom would pour milk in there. We'd eat the bread and the milk. That's all we could afford.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get back those teams there in the 80s there with the there had to be some just epic scraps in the room. Who was your training partners back in that day?
Hold on, listen though.
Yeah.
So I'm a true freshman, okay? And do you remember the old room or not? You ever,
Yeah.
You had to walk and sit down. So anyway, I'm sitting there one day. Sorry, Russell, you take a break. I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, Steve Bennick's sitting right behind me. Okay? I'm just sitting there, just taking a break and get a little glass of water here. So he's sitting right here. He's wrestling Eddie that day. Eddie watch over the trash can and get ready to throw his glass in there. So Steve goes, he spit. Hit Eddie right in the face. I thought, ooh
boy.
This is not good. I'm like, and he goes, Steve, you did it on purpose. Steve goes, no, I didn't, Eddie. I was trying to hit the trash can. He goes, no, you didn't. I know what you did to me, whatever, Shut up. Arguing back and forth. So the room was like long and narrow. I looked up. I'm going, uh-oh. I was see Louis go like this, like, what? I'm like, oh, no. All of a sudden, Louis is at the far end of the room. He's like this, boom, boom. He's running around, guys, all the way up there like this. I'm going, as fast as he can. What's going on? Wham, wham, wham. Runs up there, punches Steve in the face. Bam! Steve's like, wham. Grabs Eddie, back soups Eddie. He goes, you two guys grow up. Ran all the way back again and started wrestling like nothing happened. I'm thinking, hold a second here. You punched your brother and backed up the other one and said, grow up, and you went back. What is wrong with this room here? What's wrong with this room here, How crazy is that?
I know.
Huh? But, yeah, I remember too, Gabe was saying, because Lou Banning took off one time too, and he came back.
Yeah.
And Gabe was like, I'm done. Gabe was like, yeah, that's okay. You don't have to wrestle. Louis, you don't have to wrestle. It's okay. Just tell you what, just show up when I talk, and if you want to leave, you can leave. Just when I talk, just be there at the beginning of the practice, and I talk to the guys, and you can go. So got him back in the room.
Really?
Yeah. Then one day we're sitting there. I don't know, it might have been my freshman year or sophomore year. Austin walks in. All right, guys, here's the deal. So you guys know, Luke Bannock. It might have been my freshman year. 81. He goes, here's the deal. So he goes, no. Louis comes in not when he wants. Everybody else here at 4:00. Okay.
Really?
Yep. Gabe was very flexible as a coach. It gave guys leeway. But that's what Louis needed. But here's the thing. Everybody on the team did not ever dispute it, because we all knew that Louis' work ethic.
Yeah.
He worked like an animal, like a beast. I'm saying, when he trained hard. Sometimes he'd be there training, sometimes he wouldn't be there training,
Yeah.
So, and it didn't matter to us. We just did our job,
Yeah. So how did obviously you talked about your story about how you kind of went off the rails a little bit, but the Big Tens.
Yeah.
Tell some people.
You hear that?
Yeah, I want to tell. I want the people to hear. I've heard it plenty of times, but it's funny. But it ended up. And I'm curious about Gable's like reaction.
Well, I kept more stories my freshman year. Can I tell you or not?
Yeah.
So
floor is yours, man. I want to hear all the Barry Davis.
So
stories.
right. So this is my freshman year. I'm trying to understand this team. This is crazy. So all of a sudden, one day, we have like a red flag workout. Okay, like nonstop. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, we walk in the room. Yeah, I can't say, as a freshman, I can't say much because I have no say. I'm not good enough to say anything yet. Okay, I keep my mouth shut. Also, he goes like, "Where's Deanna? Where's Deanna?" I'm like, I don't know. Why he's not here at practice? He should be at practice. Gibby was not here right now. It's time of year. What's he doing? He should be here. He was like mad. So he did a really hard work, like red flag to workout, whatever, you know. Well, anyway, the next day, we're sitting there. Gable goes, "All right. It's all right, guys. You know me. I was upset yesterday. Mike, Danny, you weren't here. You get out here and you tell these guys." I'm like, he's kind of grinning, like, what's he grinning for? Like, you know, why you weren't here? Mike, that's ridiculous. You're a senior, whatever, you know. I'm like, what's he kind of smiling for? Is this ridiculous? Like, all right. Mike walks out and goes, "All right, guys, here's the deal. I knew every one of you guys. You had a hard workout today. What's going to happen to you guys? Keep pushing like that, doing that. You're right. I wasn't here. But I tell you where I was. I was at Billy up at Joe's bar, having a beer for every one of you guys. Yeah. He goes, "Sit down, Mike. Sit down, Mike. Sit right there. That's what we can't be doing." So Mike Deanna did not come to practice that day. There's a red flag workout, and we're working out hard. He's at Joe's place downtown Iowa City. Billy having beers for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, it's crazy. Can you imagine that happened today? Huh?
No, I can't.
Yeah. And then another day, we're in the office one day, and we're in the office one day, he was like, he's honestly, I see him, he had the old dial numbers, the dial phones back then, you know? Well, seeing him, it's like this, he's like, hangs up, you know, he dials the number again, hangs up. He goes, "Guys, come here. Listen to this real quick. I don't know if this is recording or not." Because I guess the number again. He's like, "Guys, listen, I'm not sure this is recording or not. I think it's fake. I can't tell whether it's fake or not. Hi, this is Lou Bannick. I'm not available right now." So like, leave a name, whatever what it is, you know. Just Louie. But he wanted to come to practice that day for some reason. What it was, a work or whatever, a certain workout. So Louie, I think this is fake. I think this is not a real machine. I think that's your real voice. You better be in practice day, whatever, you know. Hangs up the phone. Well, Lou Bannick was on the phone acting like it was recorded. Gable couldn't figure it out. We didn't show up that day. It is this insane, you know? How is that? So, yeah. But, my sophomore year, I cut from 46 to 18.
46 to 18.
Yeah. But I had a good routine, though. I was never less than 10 over. You know, not really. I never got below 10. So I come in, say the day before weigh-ins, 5-hour weigh-in, okay? I say come in at 10. I go from 10, workout. So I go down 10 to 2. Go back to the dorm, go from 2 up to 8. Come back that night, go from 8 down to about 3. Hydrate up to about 7. Wake up next day and lose 6. That's my routine. 10, 2, 8, 3, 7, 6. That was my routine the whole time. And I stuck to it, you know. But, you know, after a while, I got to the point where I was more about making weight than I was wrestling. Me making weight at dry heaving and doing things because my body was. Went from 21 to 20 to 19 and 18. Okay, and it's like, I wanted energy to work out and do stuff, but I was running all the time, working out all the time, my weight and energy, so I could sweat. I could sweat 6.5 pounds in an hour. My body was in great shape, drink a lot of water and stuff like that. We used the sauna back then, but do a lot of jump ups in the sauna and then roll in the sauna and just do a lot of different things like that. I had my routine down, but it started wearing on me mentally a little bit, and it's got tougher and tougher. And I probably should get my weight a little bit lower, but my body was so big though, and I was pretty lean at 46. I didn't have to go 18 because I beat Riley the year before that in my freshman year. I beat him that year. Yeah. I had my starter at 5th ranked guy in the country, but I was at 18, better for the team, chance to win another national championship, do all that. So as the year went on, it wore on me mentally. And I remember the last dual meet, it was in Ames. I had darkest. And I ended up winning 3-2. 0-0 first period. And then I got away in the second period, took him down at the buzzer. Then I rode him for like a minute 15, he got away. But I was more worried about making weight than I was with the duel. Yeah. That's not a good mindset. Not a good mindset. So whenever we made, it was always easier to make weight at home than because away, because you had your own sauna, own bike, your own bed, your own routine. Okay. Right. So so Gable goes, all right, Big Kids were in Michigan that year, Ann Arbor. And, hey, we're going to leave Saturday morning, or Friday morning, the day of weigh-in. You can weigh in Friday for Saturday, Sunday for Sunday. Or you can weigh in Friday for Saturday, then Sunday morning for Sunday morning. You can make it Saturday night for Sunday, or come in the next morning to make it. Well, anyway, I thought we'd leave on a Thursday, because we'd be there the day before. He goes, leave on a Friday and make. I go, what? I don't like that, because if I made on the road, it's a lot harder to make on the road than it was at home. So heck with that. I'm going to come early in the morning before we take off and make weight. What I did, the thing was this. I came back in too early that night before to lose my weight again. I didn't have enough time to recover. So heck with that, I'll just do it in the morning before we leave. So I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like we're leaving at 6:30 at the field house to take off, to catch the plane and go and do what we got to do. Now I come in, wait before we take off. I have my own bike, own sauna. I'm good to go. I'm fine. I'll be okay. Well, I got in there. You don't sleep. Not enough sleep. It was cold and cold sauna, and you get everything warmed up and trying to get on the bike and cut weight. And I probably should have. That's my mistake. I should say, Coach, I'm having problems here. Okay, but I thought, just from the background, I can just tough it out and do that, mentally a little bit. I'm pretty tough that way. Never broke money before. I thought, I'll be okay. I said, hey, Coach, I'm a lot of problems here. I should turn to the coach. I didn't do that. I tried doing everything on my own. That's not a good thing to do. I said, you know what? I finally go, heck with this. I'm done. I quit. But number one in the country, it's probably about, 6 o'clock. I said, I'm done. I think it was like 7 over maybe. 6.5 over, which is normal, I got there to do 6. So I just went something in my locker. I put a note on David Fitzgerald's office. Says, hey, best luck at Big Tens. The rest of the year, I quit. Don't try to find me. Because David Fitzgerald took off the year before. I go, Dave will understand. So I put it in his locker. So they came in and found the note, gave it to Gable. Because this is nothing. So he sent the team on to Ann Arbor. Okay. Out of Cedar Rapids. And then he's out looking for him. So he called a bunch of different guys, my roommate, the guys, where could he be? What's going on? Well, I couldn't go back to the dorm. Right there. What are you doing? Let's go. So I just started walking across town. And no idea where I was going. No idea. So I ended up clear across town over by Regina High School. Yeah. Remember that or not?
Yeah.
That's a long ways.
That's a long ways.
No, it's about 5 miles. But I'm walking up to the Hy-Vee, and this kid's looking at me like, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be somewhere else? Russell was pretty big back then, I go, is there a Hy-Vee store up there? He goes, yeah, right up the road. I said, okay. This newspaper kid did have a newspaper. So I thought, all right. Get up and I go, yeah, you got to be kidding me. It's closed. So I was tired, kind of cold, having a lot on. So I walked across the parking lot, and there's an apartment building there. I walked in, and the first time I would sit down, I just kind of sat there, and I fell asleep. I was tired, I was hear this bang. What? What was that? It was the same newspaper kid. He's like, what are you doing here? Like, see me again, like, oh, man, what are you doing here? Living newspapers. So he threw all the newspapers down on by the doors, whatever, Honest truth, sitting there, I opened the paper up, got the sports section, and said, hey, ABC Wild Sports to show the NCAAs like 1 week after the tournament. I go, are you kidding me? 1 week? Usually it took a month. I'm going, oh, no way, man. I blew it. Why? Because I blew it, man. I blew it. We had no cell phones back then. Like, I'm done. They took off. It's like 7 o'clock. I walk across. I walked the parking lot. I go, I'm going to call my mom and dad and what's going on. But this is when the day got really bad. So I'm the first one in the Hy-Vee store, okay? I love Creamfield donuts. I'm walking, I'm going, you know what? 7 a.m., I can't find one Creamfield donut. I went from bad to worst. I'm like, this is crazy. So I hop in line. People look at me like, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be basically somewhere else. Yeah. So as I'm paying for my M&Ms, and I had some donuts on me, not Creamfield, I'm already in a bad mood anyway. I can make a phone. I could collect. We can make calls back then. I said, look up, I'm going, what's my roommate doing here at 7 o'clock in the morning? It didn't click in my head. Steve over in his car. I'm going, what's he doing here? Then I see this big blue van up and go, oh my gosh, the team's here. So they're driving all the places looking for me, what they're doing, and they pulled up. And I walked through the line. They go, there he is. There he is. I feel like a criminal. Like, what? There he is. Gable comes running through the door. There's one in and one out. He runs to the door and jumps over the exit door like this. He goes, Barry, what are you doing? I go, exact words I go. I looked at him, me to you, I go, Coach, drop the bag. I go, I need nothing yet. I did not need nothing yet. He grabbed me by the shirt, took me out the van. He goes, Barry, what do you think you're doing? What's going on with your brain? Blah, 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 blah. He goes, I called the FBI, the sheriff department. I go, oh, whatever, I know what you're talking about, FBI and sheriff. Finally, he goes, what do you want to do? You want to make weight or not? I go, yes. He goes, all right, let's go. I thought, what would you say yes for? You want to make weight? What are you thinking? You're an idiot. He says, all right, let's go. So we jumped in the van. We drove from Regina High. This is like 7 o'clock, 7:05 a.m. in the morning, right when they open. Yeah. Okay, it's 8:05 Ann Arbor time. We got to make weight like at 5 o'clock in Ann Arbor.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't make weight. I'm done. My season's done. Over, yeah. Number one in the country, I'm done. Boom, out, tournament, done. You can't lie. You got to make weight. You make weight, you're out. So we head back, get all my stuff, drive from Iowa City up by Prairie, right to the airport, right? Cedar Rapids. Get there, see my mom and dad. Fine, I'm fine. I'm good to go, whatever, blah, blah. So it's Coach Gable, his wife Kathy, and I. Boom, got there, got on the flight within a half hour. That flight went from there to O'Hara. Got off at O'Hara, we had all our stuff with us. I had to pack my bag with me, all my workout gear with me. So, hopped off the plane, ran down out of the taxi, went to some hotel. He's been at before. He said, all right, put your stuff on. We only got a certain amount of time. Got to get to the next flight. Let's go. So I'm taking my stuff. As I'm taking my stuff, put my stuff on. There's 3 guys sitting there. So again, not in a good mood. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Yeah. Not having been a good morning. Stuff's going on in my brain. And these guys are kind of heavy set guys. And one guy says these big long brown cigarette thing on. He said, "Well, I should be the one putting that stuff on like that." And I'm like, I went at this guy, just like, Gable, I cannot believe to this day. I went to go at this guy because what he said, though, because I'm like, I'm a short fuse right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I did the wrong thing, but so I went to lunch with this guy and say something to Gable, just barely caught my sweatshirt like this, I'm going to go like that. Put your stuff on now, let's go. So we put our stuff on. We're running stairs, we're running halls. Then you start to sweat. You get that sweat through here a little bit, right? You can tell, all right, I got a good sweat going over. I know my routine. I got a good sweat going. It's good, it's good. But Gabe would be running, he'd like look around. Is he still following me or he'd take off? It's so funny. So, got my sweat going, we went downstairs, and by the pool area, it's hot. Jumping rope, ride the bike, jump rope, right. I'm starting going, Coach, Hy-Vee went, I go from cutting weight. And now I'm getting close. It's okay. But he always told this. You tell the Rick Sanders story about how they locked him in the sauna? Mm-hmm. You ever tell that story? Yeah. So all of a sudden, we're like, all right, Barry, let's go. I think I'm down. You're not down. I think I'm down. No, you're not down. Coach, down. You're not down. Because I knew how much I sweated here or here, how much weight I lost. I knew it pretty much to a T, like within a quarter of a pound. Mm-hmm. I just knew everything, We're going to go in the sauna, and after every minute, you take one piece of clothing off. I go, what? We go in the sauna over here. You go, no way. Because what? I go, you do what you did. You're locking me in the sauna like you did Rick Sanders. What? Said, no way. I said, you locked me in the effing sauna. I know you are. Screw you. I'm not going in there. Hey, whoa, Barry, whoa, no. I'm not going to lock in that sauna. Look at that sauna. There's a bit of glass on the door there, okay? And you got to go in there and just do one piece off at a time. Trust me, I won't do anything. Because what they did was this. And Rick Sanders, he was overweight one year for the World Championships. Yeah. Okay? So they all went to check their weight. There's, I don't know, like 18 of them. They go, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make weight. What? No. So we had them all go in the sauna. They all came out one at a time. Rick was the last one in there. Long story short, they locked him in there. They barred the door shut. I don't know, they kept me in there for an hour. Opened the doors on the bottom of the floor going, suck air through the door. And he goes, Rick, here's the deal. For every pound you lose, we'll give you a shot of whiskey. He goes, all right, I'll take it. The dude made making weight, took second in the world that year and changed his whole career.
Wow.
So I thought, you got to lock me in the sauna. No, my brain was not, I'm thinking like normal here, I said, you go in the sauna first. You make one move, I'll punch you, I'll kick the glass out. No, trust me, I won't. So we did a long story short, took one piece of clothing off, did our thing, back in there. Caught a taxi back over to O'Hare. I told the taxi drivers, hey, watch ABC Wild World of Sports. You'll see me win a national championship on this date. How do you know? I go, trust me, I know. See, I read it in the paper that morning in the apartment building. I knew the date, everything. Trust me. At this time, good. Make sure you watch. So we got the airport. And back then, you had to check in. You just go to any gate. We're running down the hallway. So he's telling, we got to go. He's like, go, there they are right there. We run, hop on the plane. So it was like Coach Gable or a cat. It was like, anyway, all through the middle seat. I'm like this here. We're talking. He's saying to me, I'm like, whatever. I'm like, out. He's talking about something. I can't remember what it was. I passed out. So we went from Hy-Vee, field house, airport, hop a taxi, workout, back in taxi, back another flight, going to Detroit. Land in Detroit, get a rental car. We're driving from Detroit to Ann Arbor to make weigh-ins. We got we got to get it at a certain time. Yeah. We just up there. And he's like, Barry, you would not believe this. I go, what, Coach? Believe what? He goes, on that flight, you fell asleep. You have no idea what they were serving. I go, whoa, what was serving? He goes, they're serving cinnamon rolls. But I told my wife, don't even thinking about eating one. Yeah, right, whatever, So, long story short, we got there. Like, I want to say weigh-ins are at 5. Walk in room before 5. Walk in. Guys are working out. Hey, Barry. Hey, guys. Like, nothing happened.
Really?
Like, nothing happened. Yep. Nothing. Like, no one blinked. No one flinched. Huh. And then ended up making weight. Yeah. Won the
Big Tens.
2 days later, won the second Big Ten championship. Yeah. Beat McFarland in the finals at Michigan.
Wow.
And so here's the funny thing is this, though. Was it Big 8 or Big 12? Was it Big 8 back then, I think? Or Big 12? It was Big 8 back then, right?
Yeah, Big 8.
Big 8. So anyway, I get Nebraska. Well, back then he had no cell phones. Remember that back then? He had nothing going on. So people thought he didn't make weight, he didn't make weight, he quit, he didn't quit. So everybody's confused because you couldn't get information, right? On the internet. No such thing as internet back then. So my understanding was they announced at the Big 12, everybody knows Barry Davis did not make weight or quit, did not make weight at the Big Ten Championship. They gave that most of the standing ovation.
Really?
Yeah, baby. But lo and behold,
Yeah.
the legend, Dan Gable, found me, and we made it. But you know what? To me, that was meant to be.
Yeah.
Because how do you find a guy, right?
Yeah.
Like 6 miles across town.
Yep.
At the Hy-Vee store. You know where that's at, right?
Oh, I know.
Way across town. Find me, get in the airport, flight, boom, 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 all happening within so many hours. You couldn't drive there that fast.
No.
It was meant to be. And so listen to this though. This is even crazier. So again, I'm always the last guy cutting weight all the time before doing it. Everybody else is gone. The last guy out of the sauna, out of working out, whatever, always the last guy. Everybody else has gone to the locker room. So it's on Tuesday. NCAAs are in Ames, Iowa. Okay? And so I'm working out. Again, the last guy, he was, practice is done, everybody's gone. He was like, Barry, here's the deal. He goes, I got to go to Ames tonight. He had to be at the seating meeting tomorrow and Wednesday. So I won't be here, okay? He's not going to go ahead and look at me, are you? I said, no, I'm not going to coach that movie, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be fine. It's okay. So I said, Coach, I'll be fine. So I'm on the bike. He walks out the locker room door. It's the big heavy, the big old heavy door, the buttons on there a little bit. So you go out of our room, you got to go up the stairs, turn around the corner, up the stairs, turn up the stairs, and turn and get out. Okay? Oops, sorry. So anyway, I'm sitting riding the bike, cutting weight, this thing, click. That door clicked. I thought, you know what? Oh, no way. Jump off the bike, run over to the door, and go, Coach Gable, don't go. Wait, I'll go with you tonight. I thought so. He went up the stairs, around the corner, and stopped. Because he knew what Barry Davis needed. So I thought he was toward the top already, getting out. I go, Coach Gable, I'll go with you. He goes, I thought so. Be back in about an hour.
Wow. Yeah.
That guy knows wrestling. And he knows his athletes.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You think that's the number one thing that made him so great?
Oh yeah, he knew everybody. He knew you as a person.
I know. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, him and I, everybody feels like they have a special connection with Coach Gable.
Yeah,
they really do.
Yeah.
And I was, I was JV guy for 5 years, almost 5 years, and I think that everybody that's wrestled for him thinks they have a special connection with him, which is that's just an incredible quality as a person.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, so we'll go up that night, okay? Up to Ames. It's Tuesday. So it's Coach Gable and his wife and two little girls, whatever, All right. Walk up there, say nothing. He goes, we'll take a room for the night. All right. Good. He's getting a room. I got a room. We're good to go. Walk down the hallway. Put stuff in the room. What? Put stuff in the room. What? Boom. I slept in the room that night with all of them. There's no way he's let me by myself.
Yeah.
And so he tamed me to the bed. I said, what he did? What? I go, yeah. What he did? He put a handcuff on me. So if I moved, he did that? I go, yeah. They go, no way. I go, yeah, you're right. He didn't do that. They believed everything. They were saying, they believed he ran me down. He tackled me, all kinds of crazy stuff,
Yeah.
So I give him a line. But so the next day we got up. I went to check my weight. I think it was 6 over. Had a little bit of stuff to drink. It's all right. So for that day, for Ames, it was hot. He went to Ames, Iowa State.
Yeah.
So he knew all about Ames. For some reason, it was kind of hot that morning. It's kind of sunny. I can't remember when we made weight. I can't remember what time it was. What time it was. I think he goes, all right, get this, go. So we took my weight, come back, got Captain and the kids. We had a blazer back then, like a blazer. He goes, all right, your stuff. I go, what? No. We're not going to run right away. We're going to go out here. We're going to run first. I go, what? We're going to run first. All right. She took me out middle of nowhere in Ames. I had no idea where I was. We're running and running. So Kathy rolls the window down and radio's going on. We're just running. He's talking. We're running. So I Coach, I'm getting that sweat again, right? He's not there yet. Yeah, you're there yet. So keep running. So Coach goes, all right, I got you. Okay, we're good. He goes, we're going to sprint to that pole right there. I go, that pole right there? He goes, no. Not that pole. That pole. I thought, you mother... Like another quarter mile. Oh, my gosh. Because Kathy, roll up the windows, turn the heat on. Of the Blazer. So we're let's go. Sprinting. You know what? He put his plastics on, too.
Yeah.
We're sprinting, and the sweat's rolling, whatever. We get in the vehicle. Radio's on, the heat's on, and he's all right. Move around. And he's talking to me, which is good, keep me busy and doing things, Finally goes, Mommy, I'm hot. Gable goes, don't you dare turn the heat off, or the window's down. They stay on until we get to by the rostering room. Yeah. And we're gonna go. Kathy knew Ames because what I'm saying. Yeah. She knew all about Ames, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so hot. And they had these things called like underoos, They go, Daddy, I'm hot. I don't care. Go on your underoos, like pajama things, whatever, whatever. I'm like, what? This is psycho. I'm trying to win a national championship here, and it's just all that's going on in my head. Anyway, we get over to the arena, and he's jumping rope. I'm jumping, working out. Actually, it's great. I'm working out. He's working out.
Yeah.
He got his plastics. I got my plastics on. He goes, this dude's got his plastics on. This is unbelievable, I can tell he's getting a little hot. He goes, Coach, take a break. No, Coach, I got it. Take a break. We're good. So he's sitting against the wall, in his own room. I go, and then finally, Coach, I'm down. He goes, I said, Coach, I'm down. I said, Coach, listen, I'm down to wait. I know I'm down. I tell, no. I said, listen, I'm down. So he goes, all right, if you think you're down, what do you want me to do is make sure I'm down to wait and I put myself back on again. You know how that goes, right?
Yeah.
You didn't want to start all over again with me, okay? Because again, it's NCAA tournament, and everybody's at their high level, and your tent is up, and you're ready to go, and you're at your peak. And I go, no, I'm down. Let's go check your weight. Get out and check on the scale. If you're not down, hop in the sauna. They had 2 saunas right there. Back then they had saunas back then. You could use back then, So there's a guy, the assistant coach, I can't remember the guy's name. It was Martin or what it was from Oklahoma State. So walking down the stairs, he gave us in my ear, make sure. I said, Coach, I'm down. Make sure you're down. Make sure. I said, hey, I'm okay. I'm fine. Blah, 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 blah. And if I'm not ready, if I'm down, I'll jump in the sauna right away. Get my sweat going. We're good. So I take myself off, step on the scale, like 117.8 or 9. I go, see, I told you. I told you, Coach, I was down. I'm not this type of guy, but the Oklahoma State assistant coach goes, yep. I guess he was right. I go, I know I was right. And even to this day, I shouldn't talk back to that coach like that, though, but he was like, Randy Willingham's coach, and Randy's an unbelievable competitor. I love the guy. He's a great guy, fantastic guy. He's preaching now and doing things now for the Lord, which is phenomenal. Yeah. Phenomenal. What a great guy. But, he's like, he said, yeah, I guess you're right. I said, I know I was right. So it worked out. And then I went on to...
went on to win that one at 2-1.
Yeah. In fact, what I did is this. I ate... Another thing the kids got to do, too. The kids always were... After the tournament that night, or in between rounds, they're going to, where am I going to eat at? What am I going to do? What's going to go on? I knew after I weighed in, Lanny Davison took me to a truck station. I have an omelet, this, and this. I knew how much I ate. I knew this is pretty much within a half to a quarter of a pound. Mm-hmm. Which way to go to bed at, wake up at, work out every time. Yeah. Eat the same place, same food. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I never flinched.
Yeah.
I already knew. I knew what I was going to eat, what I was going to eat, much of the way, everything. All I had to worry about was wrestling and winning. That's it.
Wow.
Nothing else. So many people get confused what we're going to eat at, what we're going to do. You need, some of the things, detailed things you need to know as an athlete. Mm-hmm. Where eating, how much you're going to eat, what you're going to weigh, you got to cut. I mean, everything. When you get to the NCAA tournament, to worry about winning in wrestling. That's very critical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you, like I said, 3-time national champ. Obviously, that sophomore year, it seems like a really pivotal time in your career. Then you had to you had to kind of transition into the international side of things. I mean, you already made a junior world team, though.
I made a junior world team. And then made a Pan Am team.
Yep.
And next year I made the world team.
The year after your senior year?
Yeah. I'm one of 3 guys.
Or did you make the world team during your college years?
College years.
So that's right, because that's when you redshirted.
I think Randy Lewis, Kyle Snyder, and me are the only 3 guys ever in history of college to make junior world, Pan Am, World Olympic team all in college.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think we're the only 3 to ever do it.
Really?
All time, yeah.
Wow.
I think from 84 to 2016, I was the last guy to bring an Olympic medal home while still in college. Because Snyder won it in 16, and I think the gentleman from Missouri took a bronze that year.
Oh, Jaden Cox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So it was
That's
a
right.
32-year stretch in there, something like
Wow.
that. Yeah.
That's right.
But I think we're the only 3 guys to ever do that, I think. Make all 4 teams while I was still in college.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What was the whole, I guess, what was the experience like kind of bouncing back and forth between the two, or was it much difference, or you just like, listen, I'm just competing?
Not that much difference, because, your goal is in wrestling, the highest level is the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
So that was my goal. I mean, some guys is to be maybe an All-American or a national champion, or whatever. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has different goals, different things they want to do. But mine was try to be the ultimate, at top of the stand at World Olympic Games. But didn't happen, but came close. But it was a good mixture because it gave you a break from the college style, and I think it made you better. Because you had to make adjustments. When you got to make adjustments, I think I become better because I'm forced to make changes, and you got to think about things,
Yeah, for sure. So 84 is when you're silver.
Yeah, that was one of the toughest years I've ever had. Wrestling.
Really?
Yeah. I lost more times that year than I did my whole college career.
Really?
Yeah, very difficult time because I wasn't wrestling that year with the college team, living off campus.
Yeah.
And you go to school, and just no routine there. It's hard for a kid to redshirt because you're in the lineup, you're traveling with the team, making up with the team, you're in front of the fans, things are going on. When you're not there, they're like, hey, well, this guy's doing good.
Yeah.
You're not. It's different. You're not in the. I would say the limelight. You're not routine. You're like traveling over to national or here. The team's doing this. You don't like you're part of it sometimes. I'm saying,
true. I didn't look at it that
because
way.
they're on Carver. You're just sitting there like, hey, ain't worried about you. We know we want these guys, and you're not making weight every day, every week, and wrestling every week. It's not a certain routine. It's a different. It's not lifestyle, but you're not making weight all the time and traveling and doing certain things that you would all season long. So, I made the 83 World Team. So I made the Junior World Team, Pan Am Team, 83 World Team. Like, Barry's a lock for 84. He's a lock. He's good to go. And then I got beat a couple different times by a couple tournaments. Then one day Gable goes, hey, Barry. Gable was an Olympic coach that year, so he wasn't coaching the college team that year. Jay was at the time. Gable ended up coming back and coaching the team at the end, though. But he goes, hey, Barry, you get done. He goes, stop by the office. I got something for you. Okay, no problem. Working out. He goes, hey, just so you know, I got a call from Mike Land. I go, yeah. He goes, well, he's former world medal, fifth in the world in 81. Because he wants to go from 36.5 to 25.5. And just so you know, I'm an Olympic coach. And he wants to come out here and train. So, I'm saying, that I got to coach Mike Land, in the room. I'm the Olympic coach. He goes, so just so you know, if he asks me questions about you, I got to tell him that he did coach against you. I said, Coach, how do you? I go, Coach, I'll make it real simple for you. Number one, you're the Olympic coach. Your job is to put the best team on the mat. It's my job to make the team. Not your job. It's my job. Number two, I'm not doing my job. That's why he's going from there to here. So that's on me. So, okay, you tell Mike Land, and then you got to tell him. That's your job as a coach. Hey, I know you're my coach, but now you're the Olympic coach. Mm-hmm. That's different than being a college coach because your job is to put the best team out there for this country to be the very best. Mm-hmm. So resistance is going because I'm not performing to my level. So doubt's kicking in, okay? Mm-hmm. I get beat by Corso. I get beat by by South Korean. Wasn't, but a couple of weeks later, he goes, well, Barry, what? Somebody else coming in? He goes, yeah, it's Mark Mangiani's dropping down. I go, okay, bring him in. So Land beat me. Mangiani beat me. My people are like, oh my gosh, Barry's losing. He ain't got it, And, you start losing. You're searching here, You're reaching out and doing certain things. And I always knew what I had to do. Mm-hmm. But it just kept, I know I got to do it to really win. And this, but I think, what's this guy think, And I remember we're in Canada. I was wrestling Mangiani. I was down 7-2. So I come out the corner. Randy Lewis is a great guy. I love the guy. He's my teammate. And so I come out the corner. It's 7-2. Back they get 1 point per takedown. He goes, Barry, listen, what are you doing? Because here's the deal. Score every 30 seconds. You win 8-7. You understand? No problem. Okay. Just every 30 seconds. Let's go. Pick up the pick down the guys and finish. Let's go. All right. Boom. 7-2, 7-3, 7-4, 7-5, 7-7. Score's tied 7-7. Pace is unbelievable. For some reason, I just got to stop wrestling. Boom, taken down 8-7. He put his head down, walk over. He just kind of took my clothes and kind of threw them at me a little bit. Not that he was mad. He just disappointed. Because, we're tight. We worked out all together all the time, and it was fantastic. Man, how can you basically can't go back to Iowa City like that because you just got beat by it. So doubts keeping in, things are going on, but I never stopped training though. Mm-hmm. It's the same work ethic, just trying to plow through this thing, mentally a little bit. So I don't know. And finally, I said, all these different. Barry, you talk to all these different people. They don't know you. You know you. You know Barry Davis. You know what you have to do. Mm-hmm. You've always known it, and that's the same thing. You got to do, Barry. Just do it. You know what, Dad? You're right. So I drove home. You know what? This is probably about 3 weeks before the trials. I go, yep, I know what I got to do. Went in the trials. I could beat Leanne 12-2.
Wow.
Beat McFarland 14-2. Course was my toughest match. George was hard to wrestle because he was so tall. I like really tall guys. I like guys about just taller than me. He was, but I think he took me down 3 times in a row. I took him feet to back, make it 3-3. I took him down 3 times, and he took me down once. I gave him one at the end. He goes, "Oh, you're lucky." I said, "Well, I gave you that one." I said, "Yeah, you're lucky in the first period. That was a good move." I could beat Darkus maybe a 5-1, whatever. Mm-hmm. Then I went on and won the trials. I beat him 5-1, 6-1. I was on a roll. Yeah. Wow. It was good. It was really good. Yeah. But then we went to Big Bear to train up there in L.A. It was great. And Randy's my teammate doing that. But Eddie and Louie are there. It was great. He was the coach, which is good. Mm-hmm. That was great training camp. Yeah, great tournament. I wrestled really, really good.
Yeah, because you and Lubu probably you guys trained quite a bit together.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. Yeah,
he was like wrestling him. It was wild, huh?
Oh yeah. Well,
no, he was an animal.
He was a lot bigger. His frame was bigger than mine. So here's the deal. Did I like wrestling Randy Lewis? I did not like wrestling Randy. I knew it would be a tough day. Mm-hmm. I probably got his 50 times, which is no big deal that you have it anyway.
Yeah.
Probably maybe get in his leg maybe 50 times, maybe no finish. I mean, nothing for 25 or 20. He probably scored 25 times. I maybe scored 4 or 5.
Wow.
But it wasn't about me scoring on him. I wrestled him to get ready for Darkus.
Yeah.
The other guys, because he was bigger than me. But if I faced him, I could finish on Darkus. He liked it because I kept coming at him in the pace. So he learned how to fight things off while he was tired. I learned how to finish while I was tired and finish quicker. You know, so really, did I enjoy him? I didn't enjoy him. It'd be a long day.
Yeah.
But my mind, I knew I was doing it. I wasn't there to beat Randy Lewis. I was there to beat McFarland, Darkus, Mills, Corso, all those guys. That's why I was doing it. And that's why you put your mindset the right way and the right mindset. It's funny. I tell little kids, I'll ask them, "Hey, what's your practice record?" They go, "What? What's your practice?" They go, "I don't know. I don't have a practice record." I go, "Exactly right. It's not saying it's a practice record because you're there to learn, have fun. So many people want to compete and practice it. There's no such thing as a practice record. It's all about the
That's good. That's good. I like it.
And
I like that.
parents like, well, my kid takes his kid down all the time, beats him in practice all the time. He says he takes him down, 10 times in practice, but my kid loses, his kid wins. I go, dude, it's practice. What? It's a practice record. Who cares? You're there to learn. Well, I didn't get taken down. What I did, I learned you got in. I learned how this counter ain't going to work. Now I'm going to try this. Now I'm going to try that. So I didn't get taken down. I let you in my leg. I let you take me down because I'm trying to counter. That's the way I look at it. And that's what I looked at with Randy. But Randy was a great, great training partner. We trained a lot.
Yeah.
So, but that ended up having a good run to the trials and having a good run and doing that. So,
What was the Olympic experience like? Because you made what two Olympic teams?
Two, yeah.
84 to 88.
Yeah, great. 84 is great. I lost the gold medal match in about 3 seconds. Yeah. You talk about knowing people, okay? I knew in 84 to have Darkus in the finals. I knew in 83 I'd have Bohé. But I thought, you know what? I moved up a weight class. His frame was bigger than my frame. But he was big, but I knew he was more disciplined, I think. Never wrestled him at all until then. But I said, no, I'm having Bohé. And I go, you know what? I don't know why I thought this, but I thought, you know what? If I get him shaking his arms and legs at the end of the second period, beginning of the third period, I got him. He's tired. It just came in my brain. So in that match, first period, I got called for stalling. It was 0-0. I got called for stalling. Got down a shot. He broke my grip. Like, boom. I was quick. Got in again. He broke it again. I go, you know what? He's getting tired now. He shot and went behind him and scored. And one time we went out of balance. You watch the video. Before he got down, he shook here, shook here. I go, done. Got him. And then, I knew I had McFarland again in 85. So, yeah. But I knew in 84, I knew Tommy I was good. In 83, it's funny. In 83, I made the world team. I got beat 1-2, 0-2. Beat by the Bulgarian guy was really good, bad. And one time Trevor Bramwell goes, Barry, goes, why'd you wrestle? He goes, your stance from 83 to 84 is different because you're such a wide stance. I go, well, I learned in 83 that I wasn't good enough on my right foot. You had to counter, so I went to a stagger stand. I forced it to one side of my body. So when you and I wrestle, if you can take me down with double leg, head outside single, or inside single, right? But if I do a hard stagger with my left leg, your right leg, I'm left leg lead, hard stagger stance, you can't get double or high crotch. I'm going to force you to one side of my body. I took 2/3 of your offense away. If you shoot here, I know exactly where your head's going to be. Make a mistake with this hand here, go two hands, your right hand, it's going to be right here, head's going to be right here. I can do stuff. So it gave myself a better chance to win. So I made the adjustment. But I knew what Tomiyami, I had to be on my, was it my knees, whatever it was? Because it was turning wise, So in that, I figured I had to either be tied or head going to the second period. Because I needed him to come to me, okay? Because, he's, at the time he was better than I was, but this is my way to win, to make him, force him into the situation, make him panic. So I got to win. former world champ. I got to. He's make this guy press and do stuff. So the score is tied. I had just kind of shot before that, and then they put me down. I'm like, what? So I started on my knees. He dropped down. Then went back at whatever. I go, boom. I go, he caught me, which is good on his part. I was fighting it. He threw me right at the end of the first period. I go, oh boy. Now I had to chase him. I just couldn't get my hands deep enough past the first knuckles. I couldn't get to here. Get to here, that it's not deep enough, you know? I could just feel it. It's not quite there. You know, I ended up losing. But we came to Iowa City after that, though.
Oh, yeah?
And trained a little bit, yeah. So he came, after he retired, he came to Iowa City in our room for almost a full year.
Really?
Yeah, my senior year.
Wow.
And we'd work out. One day we worked out. And, you know, we'd work out. You know, he's an Olympic champ. I got beat. You know, it's like a lot of hard feelings. You know, things going on, emotion-wise, you know. And we'd go at it.
Wow.
One day we went at it, and we got, and he's like, Barry, me, finish, me, retired, done. You good, okay? Me, finish, no more. I'm like, no more. And I don't blame the guy, though.
Yeah.
You know, he's world champ, Olympic champ, and nothing to prove, though, you know.
Yeah.
But, we went at it.
I remember one Russian duel that you had in Carver Hawk Arena.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was like one of the coolest things.
That's the first time I beat that guy.
Yeah. Which was that Russian, right?
It was, I'll think of it here, at the top of my head. Karayev? I guess it might have been the 5-time Tbilisi champ, Karayev. I beat him there, and then I beat him in Oregon after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that. I remember the crowd just went nuts.
Yeah, I beat him twice, back to back. Yeah, that was a good win. It was a really good win for me. That was a good guy, very good guy.
Yeah. Who's the best guy you ever had your hands on international?
Sergey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he just
Yeah.
he was so strong. I mean, you know, sometimes
How many times did you wrestle him?
3 or 4.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes it'd be the first period would be like maybe 6-0, then it'd be like 3-3. But it just that first initial 3 minutes was tough to get through. But,
Really?
yeah, one of the all-time greats. You know.
Yeah.
Same with what's his name in Junior Worlds too.
Oh,
Zayev. Yeah, and Tommy Allen was one of the great ones too. So I got beat by some pretty good guys, you know.
Yeah.
But in the long run, you know, it bothers you a little bit at the same time. But Barry, you know what? Here's the deal, Barry. Bottom line, life's about serving Jesus Christ. To me, it's like, you know, you look at guys winning and doing things, and it's like, you know what? But in the long run, you know, what's it about?
Yeah.
You know, and role model, serving him, being it further out. That's why I love coaching. That's why I'm at Bloom right now. I just love coaching. I love the sport. I love the people. Oh, you're not. Listen, you're right. I'm an Iowa guy. Okay, but I'm living in Pennsylvania right now. You know what I am? Time out here, everybody. I'm a wrestling guy. Okay, let's get over the Oklahoma State, Iowa, Penn. Oh, time out. We're wrestlers. Yeah, I went to Iowa, wrestled in Iowa, from Iowa, Coach Gable. Yeah, great team, great everything, fantastic. Okay, but I'm a wrestler. I want to teach young men, young women how to compete at the high level, bring the best out of them, and do it with class.
Absolutely.
In the right way. We need role models. Our sport has to be the role model, not football, basketball. Us, we do it right. That's the key. This thing right here, probably WWTO, Wrestling with the Outdoors. Check it out. We take young men, young women out to Colorado, and we teach them leadership stuff. Teach the kids about leadership, understanding wrestling. And it's a great thing, a great cause. I don't get paid. I don't. I volunteer my time. You've got to give back. There's things you have to do in life. And you're doing that, you're always going to be happy. You get depressed when it's about you.
Yeah.
So it's a great cause, great kids. We're doing some stuff in Pennsylvania. Took some Iowa kids last year. Different things we're doing. But it's a leadership program we're putting these people through. Putting them in situations, talking about situations they're going to be in. How to handle them, how to move forward, how to be a great teammate, a great brother, a great sister, a great family member, a great father, a great dad. I mean, great, all these things. There's a lot of things coming at you, but how to train, took care of it in life, how to be a better person, how to be dedicated, disciplined, consistent, all these different things, and have fun at the same time. But lean on each other because there's, things are going to happen in life going to come at you. Like I got that phone call in January of 2010. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah, true. It's true. You got to put things in perspective. It's just like, it's just, you got to know what life's about, man, for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Like I said, and just the positive impact that you made on the people up to this point. I mean, you when you started coaching, your transition, the amount of people that you can really take a look at and what you've impacted, that's got to put that in perspective. Kind of put on the earth for, because I mean, you're literally like you're like literally one of the everybody loves you in the sport of wrestling. They really do. And I know just, we could talk all day long about the job that you did as a coach at Iowa and at Wisconsin. But when you retired, I think that's got to tell you just what the wrestling community thinks about you.
Yeah.
Because man, the ovation you got at the national tournament, your last year coaching was awesome.
Yeah, I think it was a mixture of things. I think it was career, exciting, maybe, respect.
Yes.
So I think it's just more than the wrestling part, I think. You try to be the right role model there and doing that. And I think, like at Kale, what he's doing at Penn State, those guys, it was class.
Yeah.
I mean, we our sport needs that. You need to compete hard with intensity, with skills, with a great mindset. When said and done, shake hands, and move on, because we have to be the leaders. Our sport has to be the sport that people turn to in tough times, and each other. They said that's 16 years ago, but boy.
Well, but it's getting easier. I mean, it is what it is.
Well,
Yeah.
I think, to me, through training, you got to prepare to take a certain blow. Like you got grandkids now. I think about them, tears in my eyes. Something happened to them, but you got to be able to. I think this way, I think I still train and do things hard, because something comes my way. Gotta
You're okay.
accept that blow and keep the people around you motivated. Because if you break, if the guy falls apart, you can't do that. It's what makes it a good sport. A hard sport. But hard enough to overcome. When they do, you gotta feel it. You gotta move on. And, like with those grandkids, my own kids, motivate them. Get them ready. So, but anyway, yeah. So it's so I'm still coaching. I still want to get back.
Well, I mean, like I said, I think you've got like you've got it in your blood. It's like it's never gonna leave.
Yeah.
And you've always been. I mean, like again, you've always been such a positive light on everybody. I mean, ever since my brother and I were 4 or 5 years old when you
Yeah.
I mean, helped start us in wrestling to, I mean, like I said, I tell people fast forward, you were one of my coaches at Iowa, my freshman year.
That's amazing.
And that's crazy. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and you helping me through, because obviously my first year at Iowa was far from stellar. I mean, I've joined halfway through the team, and then I've joined with a room full of hammers and getting my brains beat out every day. And you're like, you're staying there. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You always, have little nicknames and stuff like that for me, saying that you've always been that person.
Well, I think he coached from a positively. I mean, you got to get on the kid a little bit if he's not doing his job. I'm saying, but it's the way I think it's the way you say it, the way you present it, because you don't. Until you get to know somebody, their background, their mindset, what do they think, how they talk to themselves. I always tell people this. I go, hey, listen, they get mad. I said, listen, if I talk to you the way you did, you go, man, Barry, you're not a very nice guy. What do you say that about me for? I'm doing that. So, well, that's the way you talk to yourself. Don't do that. Don't talk that way. You just try to change it to this. And that's, you get a kid thinking that way, and he changes. It doesn't change. The way he views or sees things, the way he thinks about things. Like I say with Donnie with the push-up thing. His mind. He did it. Was thinking about. You can think about Donnie. I'm thinking about winning. So, so like after practice, I do certain things. Even now, I do certain things. Try to do every day. I want to emphasize winning in my brain. Positivity, outlook, or write things down. I can see it. I'm getting ready for Bloom right now, or 25-pounder. Or I talked to Coach Stutz. What a great guy, man. What a fantastic guy. We've had different meetings already, and I'm going to go see him again this week here.
Awesome.
And just detail about certain things, and but in certain guys, I got to do certain things, I'm see him this coming up pretty quick and saying, listen, if you need to do, think about this, think about that. So you try to get them thinking about, because your mind's thinking about positivity. It's open to a lot of different things, ideas and things, how you can attack an opponent, things you can do. But when your negativity is more closed, you can't see that. So in '84, I wasn't seeing things. I let my mind do this instead of doing this. When it did this, it opened up. My sophomore year in college and different things. And I know I can do better. So you just try to shift the mindset, And so, I talked to my daughter the other day about might be teaming the marathon in 2028. Today, races in St. Louis. I go, put the, I go me. I said it's up to you. I said, but put the map up there and go see the place. And we got to fly to St. Louis. We'll fly it with you. We'll take a car and drive through all the hills. How many hills? There's a hill here. And work up the hill here. Recover here. Little detail things. So the course so well. When you're running, you know what's ahead, what's coming. Your mind's preparing for it. You know what you got to do this and do that. So, Amy's pretty smart. She gets it. She understands that. So, but just, just father talk. But it's got to come from her, though. Like anybody else. Success got to come from the athlete and from the person on the inside. But you try to do is bring that out of them. The best you can, and present things to them. So.
What's a really funny, interesting story about all your overseas travel and all your career?
Boy!
There's so many of them. You've been literally all around the world. Wrestling and.
Yeah, we went to. Wow, that's good. '83, we had to take a train from Budapest, Hungary, over to Russia because of the South Korea airliner. Yeah, really? we took a 24-hour train ride. Way longer than that. It was unbelievable. Because we didn't fly there, we had to take a train. So we flew to Budapest and trained. And then from Budapest, we went over to Russia, to Kiev. Actually, Kiev, where the war is at right now. That's where they were. So Sergei's from is Kiev. And we were there. So so we got on the train, and my first real big trip. Because the other Junior Worlds were in Canada, and then Pan Am's were in Venezuela. I get sorry for that too. So anyway, this train, it would go to the bathroom. I went, why is this door locked? The lady on the train was gonna be there for like there and back. Her and the other lady cleaned the whole bathroom. Would use it for themselves. When we used it, was bad, stunk bad. Because, you know, they would rock back and forth, you know, and they never cleaned it. But when you went to eat, though, listen to this, though. The train cars, though, I did it one time only, and I never ate again the whole time. On the way there and the way back. Because the train cars, it go down the track, they go like this. They go like this. They weren't like, you just step across. There was a space in between.
Yeah.
The train would, you know, go like this.
Yeah.
You missed, it would just, boop, it would cut you off, you know, like that. Because there's no, like, with so much weight, like this, clanging back and forth. That was kind of scary.
Wow.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Yeah. And then in 80...
Wait a minute, in Venezuela.
Yeah. Then 87, in Venezuela, it's like we all get done at the Pan Am's. So they brought down... It's funny, I don't drink. I think I might have been the only guy. I told Gable back. I think the only guy on the highway that never drank as a college ever. And today I don't. But it's like, all right. So they're like, there's beer down there, water down, whatever, you know. It's like, no, guys are pouring beer and they're peeing and all the guys are supposed to be watching this. They're all getting drunk. They're all drinking together. You know, they're not what you guys doing over here. Like how does anybody know they're even testing positive down here? You say, everybody's doing their own thing. It's crazy. I couldn't believe it. And then, that was some of the funniest things.
Yeah, who were fun? Who were like, oh, good. I'm sorry.
We went to, we went to Russia. We went to Tashkent, whatever. It's like a long. When they flew with planes, it was like this, like that. There was no like gradual this. It was a pop. Everywhere we went to 5 different places, like Duels and Tbilisi, whatever. The same guy. Same hotel, we were the same guy there the whole time.
Really?
Well, this guy just lived in 5 different places. I don't think he had that much money. He said, he followed us everywhere we went. He followed us. But we went to Tashkent. We get off the plane. We were driving through the arena. I want to say a mile. It's a long way, but say 3/4 of a mile. Uh-huh. We drove by on the bus. People are lined 4 or 5 deep because when they went by, they could say they seen an American.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Eddie Urbano had one of his fingers missing right here, you know?
Yeah.
So the guys, they go up the window and go like this here, and just whatever, you know, like this, and move their finger like they couldn't see it, you know? Kids are doing the same thing. Then Eddie turned his head like this here, like this, like that. They're like, they had a finger cut. They're like, how's he doing that, you know? So, yeah, that was one of them.
Who is like some of the who's the one that you remember like the
how about this
the funny teammates that you had?
Yeah, but how about this though? So we're out shopping, okay, and so we stop. There's a park over here. So this kid wants with his mom. Grabs one of those cups like a Yeti cup. Grabs a cup, and then all right, so he drinks it and puts the cup back in. Walks away. Oh wow, what do you put that cup back there for? He stood there and drank it. The mom, and put it back in the machine, whatever it was there. All right, no big deal. Kid just didn't want to do it, whatever, you know. Just walks up, puts money in there, stands with the mom, whatever, drinks it, puts it back in the machine.
Wow.
I asked our interpreter, I said, why? They said, well, because if he takes the cup, nobody else can use it. Cup has to stay there. Huh. You believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Who, like I said, who is the characters that you used to travel with that you remember? Could be Iowa, could be international guys, whatever.
Eddie O'Brien was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Bill Wick was great. Bill Wick was
Really?
always playing chess and talking to the local people all the time and speaking their language. He was. I didn't do. I'm mostly just there just to wrestle, though. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't do a whole lot besides that, though. You know. Venezuela was crazy. We went to the village.
Uh-huh.
It's like it was so hot. We cut weight on the roof of the village we're sitting at up there.
Really?
Yeah, there's like no air conditioning in there. And we get there. There's teams here, teams here, teams here. They didn't put any doors on on anything. They didn't have enough time. There's no doors. So when you went up in your room, we went over to the arena, came back. Somebody had to stay there to watch all our stuff. Never got stolen.
Wow.
Yeah, and on the bus, we're driving there. I'm like, man, this traffic's unbelievable. How do we get to this traffic? Next thing you know, the bus is going, I go, how's he doing this? Looked up there. They opened the front door. The guy in the bus had a machine gun like this, pointing at cars.
Oh, boy.
And just dodged through traffic. He just pulled over and just kept dodging through traffic and got there. Boom, real quick. I go, kidding me? He's pointing the gun at people like this out the door. He just pulled over and just let us the bus all the way through. Got through that fast.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, you know what's crazy, Barry?
How long has it been?
The fact that our ever since I've been 5 years old, it came full circle. That was me sitting down doing a podcast with you.
Yeah.
Man, this has been an awesome conversation.
Well, great. Well, thanks for taking time. I appreciate it.
Oh, man. No, thank you very much for taking your time.
How old are you right now?
53.
So you're 6 years old, 47 years ago. You imagine that?
I know.
47 years ago we first met.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And like I said, I tell everybody, everybody that where your name, Jimmy's name, Lenny's name, that comes out. I wouldn't be at all the different coaching positions that I've taken. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be our Tennessee USA Wrestling State Chairman for the last, I don't know, 15 some odd years. I wouldn't be doing this podcast. Anything in wrestling, I got started because of Barry Davis and the Zaleski brothers.
Yeah, but the thing is, you took it and ran with it, though.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, it's the same time.
Yeah.
You had, you can have all the great mentors you want, but if you don't run with it and use it to your advantage, it's not going to work. It's like what we're doing with the WWTO, same thing. Mm-hmm. You took that, and you're working with it, but you're doing a great job with the podcast too.
I appreciate it.
Everything you do.
Yeah.
We'll bump each other again.
Absolutely. Barry Davis, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much, my man.
Thank you.
Awesome.